Harding Bison. That's what we're doing. I'm going to pitch it off real quick and bring in Paul Simmons, their head coach. Coach, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm doing well, guys. Excited, tired, excited, and all the things.
We were just talking about that at the end of the zone. How is your group of guys? I mean, 16 straight weeks, no bye week, the physical brand that y'all play. How's your team holding up?
Well, the great news is that our players are way tougher and more resilient than some of us older coaches are. But in all seriousness, I really believe that part of the reason why we've had so much postseason success is because of the way we do things here. We have an incredible strength coach, the nutrition aspect, but we also have a bunch of young guys that really value. We talk about the aggregation of marginal gains. Basically, how many tiny things can we do well and gain a tiny inch and add all that up and pour it out on Saturday? That goes down to, are you a team that's going to win a big game on Saturday and then everybody goes out and, gets drunk, comes in at 3 in the morning and sleeps all day Sunday? Or are you a team that you win on Saturday and you start preparing for the next Saturday by going to bed at a decent hour and getting up and eating a great breakfast? And the things that aren't that big of a deal, week 2, 3, 4, the week 16, those advantages tend to pile up. And we certainly have some guys that are banged up, but, it's that time of the year. I promise you they do too. So our guys are in a good spot and ready to roll.
How's your quarterback? I was watching that game. It looks like he was just gutting it out.
I'm going to speak to how he is after the game's over. I don't want to give too much away. If you knew all the things that were going on, you'd be shocked that the young man's still playing. He's elite. His toughness is elite. He should not play. Let's say that.
Well, it was inspiring. And it's got to be inspiring to his teams because it was inspiring for me to watch and seeing him do that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when we recruited him, we had about 5 guys that we were evaluating and trying to figure out who to offer. He was in the state, maybe second round of the state tournament, at the playoffs, and we hadn't offered him yet. And he was playing at Whitehall, playing offense and defense. Had a nasty blow up, and they took him off the field in the ambulance, and took him to the hospital, and thought his ACL was torn. And and before he even knew the results, his dad called me and said, "Look, I want you to know that if Cole can walk next Friday, he'll play." And I said, you know what? That's our guy. That's our guy. And he did. He was on crutches all week. Took him off on Friday, played that week, and they won. And he's been that guy ever since.
That's an awesome story. Paul Simmons with us, head coach at Harding. Coach, I was doing the state championship game last Saturday and watched Mansfield just run that offense to perfection. Rushed for a state record yards in the state championship game. Their running back had the second most yards ever in a state championship game. As soon as the game's over, I pull y'all up and start watching y'all, and it was deja vu all over again. Just watching those offenses click like that, it was so much fun to watch. When you get it clicking like that, what are you doing on the sideline?
Well, I'll tell you what, number one, I had nothing to do with it. Okay, I take no credit for how good our flex bone is. That's Kenny Wheaton and Kevin Chisholm and Matt Wood. Those are the guys that are making it happen. Ryan Derrick. But obviously, when the offense is playing that well, it's fantastic for the defense. I mean, last week we're at Kutztown, and they had one possession in the first quarter. I mean, our offense is on the field the entire time, and what that does is it makes the opposing offense, man, they panic. They feel like they have to score every possession. And you talk about playing complementary football. The defense we play and the offense we run just such a fantastic match. And the thing is, this offense is really good early in the year, but buddy, in the playoffs, when it's cold, it's nasty. People are tired. People don't have the capacity to digest big game plans. Then it's lethal. And that's bore itself out. That's why we've won 16 playoff games in the last 9 years. It is tailor-made for late season, tough conditions success. And like I told the team last week, I said, guys, I'm not excited that we're going to Pennsylvania and that we have to travel. But if we got to travel, I can tell you what travels. Great defense travels. Pounding the stinking football, pounding the rock, that travels. And then most of all, a bunch of guys that love each other, right? Those are things that travel in the playoffs, and we've seen that over and over again. And so it's been really good for us.
I was talking with Tyler Updegrove at Joe T. Robinson earlier this week, and when you said a bunch of guys that love each other, he mentioned their state championship team and how they played for each other, and he mentioned you guys and Harding. He's like, I know what Coach Simmons is talking about, that love for one another. I saw that in my team, and that's what willed us to a victory. And he was like, I got to get up to Harding in the offseason. I want to study more on that and how you can do that year after year after year. How do you do it every year after that brotherly love that y'all have?
Well, a giant part of it is who we bring in here, right? We're not bringing in the wrong kids and trying to change them. We're bringing in young men that are special. But then the other thing is my coaches understand that nothing that they can do is more important than model servant leadership, right? We're gonna model what it means to wash your feet and lead by serving. But I tell the guys on day one, your legacy here, the way you're remembered will not be about yards, tackles, any stat. Your legacy will be based on, were you a great teammate, right? And being a great teammate ultimately is about a guy that walks in the locker room and his number one agenda is finding every way possible to make everyone around him better. I'm going to make you better by the way I work, by the way I speak, by the way I handle adversity, by the way I take coaching. I'm going to have a leaders eat last mentality. And my number one goal is to do things in a way that I am not going to let my teammates down. And that's Coach Keelan. He cares more about not letting somebody down than anything else. But it's also Jake Mitchell. It's Mike Erickson. It's Clark Griffin. It's Braden Jay. It's Andrew Miller. Every one of those guys is motivated by a tremendous desire to not let their teammates down. And this is what I say: your success of your team, the two giant ingredients is the staff, the coaching, the scheme, right, and then your talent pool. Those two things, and that kind of establishes this is the ceiling for what this team can do together. But then when you throw in the third most important ingredient, and that is a bunch of guys that deeply love each other. I'm talking about love each other and do not want to let their brother down. When that ingredient comes in, then you don't have a ceiling. I'm just telling you, the ceiling goes away for what you can do together. There is no ceiling, right? The greatest motivator in the world is not fear. It's not hate. It's love. It's love. Love drives everything, and we didn't invent that. Right? That comes from the Scripture. That comes from the way Christ lived and what He modeled. When you love somebody, it changes everything.
Paul Simmons with us. Coach, in a way, is Harding kind of like the service academies? I had Tim Horton on my show, and he was just talking about a different group of guys that they have. They are there to serve their country. And in a way, is this kind of similar what y'all are doing there?
Well, there's so much of it is similar, and I don't want to. We play football. We're not warriors, right? We want to have a warrior mentality, but we're not warriors. Those guys are real warriors. Those guys go to war. Those guys, sacrifice their body, and so they're warriors, and we're not. I don't want to pretend like we are, but so many of the principles of discipline and toughness and accountability and execution all of the ththings that go into this offense, really on both sides of the ball, is who we want to be. All the things that they are is what we want to be, with the most important ingredient of we want to model Christ. And, that really is the only difference in the ingredients. And that's why this offense is so good and so unique, is you cannot do this. You cannot run this offense unless you have really selfless people. It's not about me. It is about the brotherhood. It is about the team. It is about us. Right? We got a receiver, Brady Barnett. He could play in every offense that we've played this year. He could be an all-conference guy everywhere, has 60 touches, and he gets about one ball a game. And he knew that coming in, right? Coming in, he knew, I'm not going to have stats, but I'm going to play for a brotherhood, a family. I'm going to be loved on. I'm going to be sharp, and I'm going to have 8, 9, 10 of my brothers stand beside me in my wedding one day because we are like-minded, right? And so we recruit that kind of guy. When I recruit guys, I tell them, if it is about you, your honors, your stats, this is the wrong place. You're going to hate it here, and your teammates are going to hate you, okay? They're going to hate you. If it's about family, together, us, how can I serve, what can I do to help us win, then this is the place for you. And that's how we recruit on the front end. We don't bring in a selfish guy and try to change him. I want a coach to get on the table and say, Coach, this young man, he is an awesome teammate. He is all about team. He is special. He is elite. This guy is a great fit for who you guys are. And when you recruit the right way, we get credit a lot for building culture, right? Well, the most important thing we do is we recruit culture. You recruit your own toughness. You recruit your own loyalty. You recruit your own accountability. You recruit your own selflessness. If you're going to bring the wrong kind of guy in and then think that you can change him, that's arrogant and naive. And we try to bring in special guys that already have that ingredient and then put them all together in a really hot culture, and the result is usually pretty good.
Paul Simmons with us on Out of Bounds. Coach, you talk so much about love and your team and focusing on yourself. Last year's results against Ferris State, does that come into play at all?
Well, I can tell you that some of our guys are here. That some of our guys came back because of that ball game. I mean, Clark Griffin, who was just named a first-team All-American today, he came back because he did not want to end his career with that taste in his mouth. And, certainly none of us felt good about that ball game. And, they were a great team. Obviously, their quarterback was the best player we've ever faced. I think he was just number 8 in the Heisman voting at Ole Miss. But we did not feel like we played the way we can play. And we don't think about revenge. That's not a real thing. There's no such thing as revenge. But we were excited to have a do-over. You don't get many chances in life to have a do-over. And a bunch of our guys are excited to have a do-over. I can promise you that.
Coach, a couple weeks ago, and it happened all the time, people would call in, text in. When Arkansas was searching for a coach, they said they need to go and look at Paul Simmons at Harding and bring him to Arkansas. My question for you, could you make this work in the SEC?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't pretend like I know the answer to that. I can tell you that a lot of the principles that are alive here, they're going to work anywhere. And this state wants a lot of the things that our guys are about. Okay, the toughness, the accountability, the discipline, the desire to play for that Razorback jersey instead of for NIL money or NFL prospects. People are craving that, right? And we want some guys that we can get behind because they are doing things the right way and they are going to war for that team and for that state. And I'm very optimistic that Coach Silverfield is going to bring that. I think that he will. But I have no idea if this could fly. Certainly, there's a lot of people that would not embrace the flex bone because it's too boring, right? But do you want exciting, or do you want to win ball games? And I can promise you that. And some guys are like, oh, Division I athletes, they would eat up the flex bone. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? We would have Division I athletes on offense as well, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, and it doesn't matter really.
Is it flattering to hear that?
Oh, it is. It is flattering. And here's the deal. I get credit for so many things that I have nothing to do with, okay? I get credit for the flex, but I have nothing to do with that, okay? I'm just blessed to be the guy in charge of a bunch of really special coaches and really special young men. I did not want this job. I never wanted a promotion I ever got. I didn't want to be the DC here. I didn't want to be the head coach here. But I just want to be a good dad. I want to be a faithful husband. I care way more about being the dad of the year than the coach of the year. I want to go duck hunting. I want to go fishing. I want to be faithful to the task that God gives me for leading my home. I really, I've always felt like I was not qualified to do what I'm doing, and I still feel that way. But God has given me this platform, this opportunity, and I desperately want to handle it well. I want to handle it well. I want to model to my kids toughness and discipline and accountability, and I want to model, hey, this is how a Christian man treats his wife. And I blow it sometimes. I'm embarrassed when I do. But I want a Harding football player to walk out of here knowing what it means to be a fantastic father, a fantastic get it done, stand in the gap husband that loves and honors his wife and leads with humility and compassion and gentleness, even though he's the baddest dude in the room. I want to model that. And when we don't model that, when we fail in that regard, then we have failed. We have failed, and no amount of national titles will change that. I mean, I want to be part of helping these guys be in heaven one day. That is it. That is it. That is it. And wins are just part of the avenue to helping guys realize this is a better way to live. This is a better way to lead. And we didn't invent any of it. It all comes right from Scripture. It all is exactly what Christ modeled. And I get asked, Coach, are we going to win? Are we going to be a winning powerhouse, or are we going to be about honoring God and doing things? I'm like, what do you mean? It's the same. It's the same. The same principles: discipline, accountability, toughness, loyalty, selflessness. All of those things that honor God. That's also how you build a team. It's not either or, and I'm very thankful for that.
Coach, I'm thankful for your time. This was awesome. I always enjoy having you on. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time today, and you got the state pulling for you Saturday. Thank you and good luck.
Well, we want to come through. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Paul Simmons joining us on Out of Bounds. It's a hell of a way to get started, right?
That is a bang to get started.
I don't know how many times he gave me chill bumps listening to him. That was freaking awesome. And I feel so much as an inspired person to go out and be better.
You're ready to go walk through that door and go hit somebody.
Just be a better man. That's all I want to be. Be a better man. Husband, dad.
Amen to that.
We'll take our first break. See if we can keep that going.
That's going to be a tough ask, but we'll do our best.
I know. It's all downhill from here.
For real.
All right, we'll take our first break. We'll take some calls. Let's talk Arkansas basketball. They blow out Queens, did what they were supposed to do, did what we were hoping they would do. We'll discuss next. It's Out of Bounds.
Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Bath Fitters. Get the tub or shower you deserve with no gimmicks, just real savings. Check them out at bathfitterlittlerock.com.
This is SportsCenter.
Arkansas basketball took care of business last night by beating Queens 108-80. Trevor Brazile once again led the Hogs, recording a career-best 26 points on 9 of 11 from the field. Freshman Darius Acuff Jr. continued his outstanding play, finishing with 23 points and 10 assists with 0 turnovers. Arkansas's next game will be a big test against Houston in New Jersey on Saturday. Nationally, 20th-ranked Tennessee beat 11th-ranked Louisville 83-62. They were led by Jacoby Gillespie, who had 23 points. Tonight in women's basketball, Arkansas will face Kansas City at 7 on ESPN+, while in men's basketball, Arkansas State will face Texas State at 7:30 on ESPN+. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If you choose to drink and drive, here are the consequences. You will go to jail because you've committed a crime. You will be restricted to driving with an ignition interlock. Your actions can cost you thousands of dollars. You could kill or injure yourself or others. Think about the consequences. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Make Santa's nice list this season with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union's end-of-the-year auto loan special. Enjoy 2.026% financing and no payments for 90 days on your next ride. Just in time for the holidays. Valid on new and used 2024, 25, and 2026 models, or refinance and save. With terms up to 84 months, there's never been a better time to buy. Apply securely today at alcoacommunityfcu.org. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving 15 counties across Central Arkansas.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. One of the underrated gems of the Christmas music genre is a song recorded by Billy Squier at an MTV Christmas party some 40 years ago. Christmas is the time to say I love you, swings, rocks, and captures the joy of the season and our relationships with those whom we love. For you weans that don't know Billy Squier, check out his catalog. It's pretty great, and it rocks. You know what else is pretty great? Doublebee's. Our 34 locations across Arkansas are humming along because we bring you what you need, what you want, and we do it with quickness, quality, and value. Get thee to a Doublebee's right now, because Doublebee's, well, you know it. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Let's get it. Good hustle, good hustle.
Make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an
2-3 Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter agents Seth Hubbs, Larissa Kelly, or Matt Steele in Bryant today.
Make your holiday shopping merry and bright at This Little Piggy in SoCo on West South Street in Benton. For the kids, This Little Piggy has everything from infant to tween, clothes, shoes, accessories, and toys they'll love. And at SoCo, treat yourself and check off your gift list with women's fashion from top brands like Barefoot Dreams, Free People, Aviator Nation, Spanx, Oncept, and Beach Riot. Plus stunning home decor and gifts for everyone. They even monogram in store, and gift wrapping is always free. One stop, no stress. This Little Piggy in SoCo, your holiday shopping headquarters. Visit them today in Benton.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed.
Back at it, Wes Moore. Glad you're with us, Out of Bounds. Got Todd Pearce hanging out with us, in for Joe Franklin. Pass this along. I think the Zone talked about it, but Carius Kern, Marion, left tackle, went to LSU, started at left tackle and right tackle as a true freshman for the Tigers this year, has entered the portal. Silverfield Company, go bring him home.
Yeah, get on that. Toot sweet.
Well, I got to think they're already on that, right? Now,
one would hope.
This is me only. No inside information. Haven't reached out to anyone. Dude's in Memphis. Silverfield was. Carius Kern was at Marion. Surely he had offered him. Surely the offensive line coach that's following him to Memphis, surely they had offered him early in the process, hoping, they could get this guy out of Marion to stay close to home, play at Memphis. Then he blows up, gets better, starts getting, SEC offers and didn't. But surely there was a relationship early on in the process, right? I got to think so. This is just me putting one and one together to get two.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that there had been some avenues, even if they were unsuccessful, that there had been some avenues and some communication and some back and forth.
I said that yesterday. They recruited Danny Beal, at Cross County before Danny blew up and, he went to a bigger school. Same thing with T.J. Hodges. Same thing with the big lineman at Hot Springs Lakeside. So they had reached out to those guys early in the process and was recruiting them. So I got to think the same with Carius Kern. And we all know how it works. And I'm not saying he's coming to Arkansas because I do not know that. But these agents or his people have already been talking before he makes his intentions known that he's going in the portal. Other people already know this. And hopefully, and I'm just hopeful, that they've already reached out and have some kind of deal in place and he's coming home.
Or at least an offer to say, hey, if you come here, we'll do this.
Yes. Because that would make me sick to my stomach if he ends up like at Ole Miss. All right, that news was just kind of fresh and all over Twitter. Wanted to pass that along. Let's talk some Razorback basketball. Last night, jumped out to a big lead on Queens. A little bit of a slow start. Queens got off to, 4-0, I think it was, and Arkansas woke up. 4-0. It's early in the game, and built a nice lead. They had a 10-0 run, a 12-0 run, I think even a 13-0 run. Yeah, best scoring run was 13 for Arkansas. And you look up, all of a sudden they're up 20. And then they just kept the hammer down. They outscored them 60-36 in the first half. They were up 24 at the break. And then actually got the lead up to as much as 36 last night. And kind of got a little sloppy down the end, and Queens got some easy baskets, but Arkansas still won by 28. They covered on Bet Saracen. I would have been a little nervous. There was a time where they got it down to like 24, 22, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's right around that line. If you took the Razorbacks, you're sweating it out right now. But then they made a couple of baskets down the stretch and pulled away and covered.
And then there was a time late in the game where I had actually texted you and been like, well, if they get to that 115, that plus 1,100 is looking really good. 115.
We discussed it on the show yesterday. I did not take it. I just felt like that was a lot of points.
Yeah.
But about the time you texted me, I was like, man, I should have taken that flyer. Plus 1,100, you put $10 on it, you win 120, So it was after scoring 6. And they got off to a nice start in the second half. And they just hit a little lull. And, once again, when you're up that big, it's human nature. You relax a little bit. You don't play quite as hard. You get a little sloppy, some turnovers, and the pace went way down in the second half from scoring 60 in the first half. Only 48 in the second half.
Only.
But there were a couple of I was convinced it was going to be a high-scoring game last night. And I felt like Arkansas would get – I said it yesterday. They should score over 100 points because of the Queens defense and their pace of play. And I thought with all those points scored, that would be a good time to hit up Bet Saracen for some of the prop bets. And I made 3 prop bets last night. I only hit one, but I only needed to hit one to cover the money I spent, so I came out a winner. I was this close, Todd, and literally, and I'm showing y'all on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, about an inch from hitting all 3. So one of the prop bets I took was Malik Thomas to have 2 3-pointers made, to have 2 steals, and to have 2 assists. Well, he had the assists and the steals in the first half, and he had 1 3. And I was like, he can get 1 more 3. Malik Thomas is a great shooter, right? not last night. He went 1 for 11 from the field, 1 for 7 from the three-point line.
Statistically, one of his worst games of the year.
Yes, yeah. Well, shooting-wise, yes, it was. I thought he did a great job still of doing other things to contribute in the victory. He finished with 6 assists. That was the second most on the team. And he also had 4 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. So, he was doing other things. And he plays good defense.
Yes, he does.
If you watch him, he gets out there. And a lot of times it's on the point guard. And he uses that length and that size to stay in front of the point guard. But, yeah, rough shooting night. He had one, though, it would have been like the 10th assist for A-Cup. And that thing rattled down and rattled out. I was like, oh, my God, that was so close. And that would have given me that prop bet. I had another one where it was either A-Cuff or Malik Thomas to make 5 threes in a game. A-Cuff hit 4 in the first half.
And wound up with 4.
I think he might have taken 1 3-pointer in the second half. I got to look at the halftime stats. I think he was 4 or 5 in the first half and finished 4 of 6. And he took a good-looking 3 in the second half. And I thought that, and I'm watching it in the air, and it's right in line. I'm like, yeah. Oh, just an inch. Missed it. But anyway, it was a fun night. Thanks to Bet Saracen and all the different prop bets and different things that they do. Just another great reason why to sign up for a Bet Saracen account if you don't already have one. But as far as the game itself, Arkansas, you got Trevor Brazile, another really good game, back-to-back good games. Did not get the double-double, 26 points, 4 rebounds, had 3 steals, 3 assists. He did have a bad foul. He got mad and shoved a dude. Previous time down the court, the guy stole it from Brazile and went down. The next time down, he was playing Brazile physical and kind of leaning on him, and Brazile just turned around and shoved him right in front of the official. Got a foul, and they took him out of the game and sat him for a little bit. And I thought that was a smart decision.
Yeah, let him cool off for a little bit.
Yep. You don't want it to get worse, but you also need to send a message.
Absolutely.
You can't do that. That's a turnover. In a close game, you shove somebody, we lose possession of the ball. You pick up maybe a cheap foul. Can't do that. Got to keep your temper. Darius Acuff last night, another outstanding game, a double-double, like I said, 23 points, 10 assists, no turnovers. How about that? Freshman point guard, 23 points, 10 assists, 3 steals, and no turnovers. You look at his numbers about the last 2 weeks, outstanding.
Yeah, well, yeah. They have been all season long.
Oh, he's taking it to another level, though. And I love how he's finding his guys. And I saw this last night. He left the game, and it was kind of late, probably about the 6-minute mark, 7-minute mark. And I was like, I'm like, I'm 2 assists away from him having a double-double and winning this bet on Bet Saracen. And he leaves the game. I'm like, guess he's done. They brought him in around the 4-minute mark. He had one thing on his mind: get 2 assists. He knew he was 2 assists away from a double-double. His teammates knew he was 2 assists away from a double-double. He came in with the sole thing on his mind to get 2 assists. He wasn't even trying to score. He would drive and have an open shot, and he's looking to kick it to somebody. And he did. He got his 2 assists, and as soon as he got that 10th assist, somebody ran to the midcourt, got him out of the game, and they congratulated him. And I thought it was cool that a coach or coaches, they got like 15 coaches over there, but they're aware of the situation that he was 2 assists short of getting a double-double, and so they stuck him back in there to get those 2 assists, then get him out of here. Josh Neighbors joins us now. What's up?
Have you seen?
Wait, what mic are you on?
Let's see. 1,
2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, get that
Let's
one.
Get 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Have you seen the clip Westbrook had from a few years ago where he threw the ball off the backboard to himself in an attempt to get a triple-double? It's like that's like the worst version of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
This was very acceptable, but yeah. I was listening on the way here, and you mentioned Brazile.
Mm-hmm.
So. I was trying to think, like, what team has a guy that can guard him or, like, deal with him, like, deal with all the stuff that he does? Because I was thinking about this. A few years ago when the U.S. went to the World Cup and Michael Bradley was playing his best, the midfielder played the best soccer. He was just box-to-box, great passer, facilitating offense, spearheading on defense. And somebody said that's the best player they've ever brought to a world. They've never brought a player like that to a World Cup. And I was thinking about like Brazile in that way. Like, who? In recent memory, they had a guy who can shoot, who can dribble drive.
No, he can't.
Who can
he can dribble
well,
drive.
no, but with off shot fake. Like, I mean, a lot of all of it will. When he drives, his shot sets up his drive, and when he drives, it's gonna end up being a dunk. I mean, he is really
or a turnover.
Not when he drives anymore, though.
He's not it.
Yeah, but
he can dribble one dribble and pick it up.
But he's not taking guys off the bounce in a situation where he shouldn't. No, but I'm saying that
I think he would be easy to guard. Honestly, I think you put a 6'8" guy
on
top of him, and if he wants to drive around you, fine. But you just play him tight.
Teams can't guard.
He's not going to post you up.
Teams can't guard him right now. He's a perfect player to have in this offense because he also I'm saying the two-way part of it. Like, he is hard to shoot over. So, you can't pull him to the perimeter and just say, well, we've got this big guy away from the rim. He is not a great on-ball defender off the dribble, but
he's terrible.
But he's
a terrible on-ball
But
defender.
he's athletic enough to recover. Yes, he is. We've watched this.
All he does,
you and I are talking.
He trails and tries to block the shot from behind. That's all he does.
Right,
and
but
sometimes he gets it,
he's
but
not
he
guarding.
doesn't.
I think he is. I think at 103 games in, 104. It was 104th game last night. He has shored up a lot of the stuff that he did poorly before. I think he is a much better player.
I think his shooting is masking his deficiencies. But he's shooting the ball extremely well.
But he's taking open looks. And a lot of that is like his
teammates are getting him open.
But he's not taking bad shots. He takes no bad shots.
I agree.
Like his shot selection is, and he is. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are at this point, but like the last 5-10 games, I mean, I'd venture to say he's been the leading scorer in the last 5-10 games.
He had the 7-point output here in North Little Rock.
That's true. Well, I know it's been up and down. There's up and down times, but their offense is best when he is like the guy where it's like he's spot up shooting, and also, man, that dribble drive to the rim. When Acuff pulls a guy in, nobody is better than him at just one shot fake, one dribble, and he's at the rack. Like, some guys takes 2 or 3 dribbles to get there. He is shot fake, one dribble, and he's so long. It's almost like Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that he's become the player that everybody hoped that he could be. Like, I remember when they brought I was just finishing up in Missouri when they brought him in, and everybody loved the idea of him. Right? That's what we all loved, was the idea of this long, athletic guy who could shoot, defend the rim, block shots off ball, and do all of these things, and he couldn't do it. He was and years and years and years, Wes, injuries and whatnot, he had not been able to do it. And I'll tell you what, now he's put it all together, and he's played. I mean, that Tech game, he was awesome in that game. He was awesome, and he was awesome last night too. But he was the best player on the floor last night.
Yeah, I look more than just offense. He was awesome offensively, and he's shooting the ball great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he means so much when they have another perimeter shooter, because their offense is Acuff getting to the basket.
Yes,
and
Wagner too.
And they're both great at also dishing it off, seeing 10 assists last night from Acuff. They're not always just looking for their shot. Now, if they can get to the basket and finish, both of them can finish. You got to have guys that can shoot the ball, because we both covered teams that couldn't make a three. Then what happened?
Yeah,
they packed the paint, and you can't drive anymore. Right. So you have to have a Trevin Brazile. You have to have a Carter Knox who's now shooting the ball better. That opens up the driving lanes. And now that's what they have right now. It is a perfect scenario for Arkansas with penetrators and guys that can knock down the three. Billy Wagner is now – you think back in the old days, they didn't guard Billy Wagner on the three-point line. His man was sinking down, getting in the just mucking up everything.
Yeah.
Now you have to respect him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not dogging Brazile. I'm just saying the guy's not a very good defensive player at all.
On ball, but he rebounded a lot. So when he came in last year, he rebounded a lot tougher. He was because remember the knock on him was he was soft. He was soft around the rim fighting for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Theo got hurt that first game, the way he had fought for rebounds, I said that we had not seen that version of him defensively. I think obviously he had been challenged to get tougher, or else the alternative was his ass was going to be on the bench. His ass was going to be on the bench.
I still want him rebounding, though.
I agree.
I mean, he only had 4 last night.
Right, and it is a challenge for him. But the thing is that I feel very confident that he is going to do at least one thing well every game, because he has got so many tools in the toolbox.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't put it all together in one game,
if he gives you 2 of the 5 things we've talked about here, you have a chance to be very successful.
No doubt.
And I agree with you. This is a perfect situation for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect situation for Knox. And to your Richmond point, if he shoots like 32% from free this year, which is not very good, how many did he take last night?
2.
Did he make them both?
No, 1 for 2.
If he even if
which
he
is
shoots
better,
like,
he's been 25%.
That's what I'm saying. So if he has a shot uptick, like if he takes more attempts, more threes this year, and his percentage goes up, I'll consider that a positive because his jumper does not look especially like out of the entire team. He probably has the worst jump shot in the team out of all the guards, out of all the guard type players.
And then just lefty. It's weird
But
anyway.
you
to
can
see a
tell
left-handed.
he's worked. Like he locked himself in the gym this summer and gotten the gun machine they have. It spits it back at you.
That dude last night had 10 shots taken.
Good.
And they didn't run a play for him.
Good.
Good. But it's just all diving to the basket, getting a layup, an alley-oop dunk, stealing the ball, getting a dunk. He's just all over the place. He gets 10 trash shots and made 6.
Yeah, he wants to be involved. I think the St. John's game is a great example of that. And I think the fact that he and Carter played terribly against Kansas last year. And then they both played really well against St. John's, and I love that about those 2 guys, especially Billy. I was really impressed with Billy in that game.
We'll talk some more basketball when we come back. Arkansas wins 108-80 over Queens. Next up, Houston. Brazil's going to have to play tough in that game.
Everybody has to play tough in that game, yeah.
It's going to be a battle. We'll take some phone calls, 661-1037. I have to check the D3 Auto Sales text line. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Terry, I hear the Big Lot is going big-time Ram.
That's right, Steve. Ram Bighorns, well-equipped and not stripped, starting at just $44,900. New HD Ram starting at $45,900, and America's workhorse, the HD Diesel, as low as $54,900.
The most powerful pickup on the planet for $54,900?
The big deals are at the Big Lot. Chris Crane, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Benton, or go to chriscranecars.com.
The Big Lot Benton. Hey guys, it's Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa. I know you're stuck on what to get her for Christmas. Hey, I got your back, and your legs, and your face, and your arms, and your shoulders, and your neck. How about a relaxation massage or a whole spa package? For $125, she can get a 30-minute facial, a 1-hour massage, and time in our Himalayan salt infrared sauna. Go to avabelladayspa.com. Merry Christmas from Ava Bella Day Spa.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-511-5493. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-511-5493. That's 800-511-5493. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments Big crowd Hurricane to feel the thrill of big win. I'll race again Friday, December 12th and runs through January 4th. Then the event returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For the next couple of months, I've decided to start signing my name Craig Genesis O'Neill. Why? Because Genesis of Conway has their big signature event going on now. You visit and pick out your Genesis, GV70, GV80, or G70, and the greatest car you've ever been in will be yours for 1.99% interest for 60 months. Then anyway, the future of luxury.
Must have spent 45,000.
Back at it. Glad you're with us today. It's Out of Bounds. Wes Moore, Todd Pearce running the board. Josh Neighbors just got here. He's hanging out. It's a fun day. Glad you're with us. Let's go to the D3 Auto Sales text line. Let me fade this song. Jeff says, who the hell wouldn't want to play for that coach? I'm 55 with heart failure, and I want to strap it up and play for him. Talking about Paul Simmons. We started the day out with Coach Simmons, and it was an outstanding interview. 870 says, damn, Coach Simmons got me ready to suit up and go through a brick wall. LC in Sherwood, that's beautiful stuff. Quote, being the most humble, yet being a bad, bad man. That was a great quote. Paul Simmons from Harding.
Was he discussing somebody in particular?
No, it's just life in general. That's what they're coaching these guys to be.
Yeah.
To be humble, to be great men, to be great leaders. And even though you know you're a bad, bad man, you're a humble person.
He came at Rex Nelson a little bit this past Monday when we had him on. He took a little bit of umbrage to Rex acting like the Ouachita and Harding kind of situation had been semi-even.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little bit of umbrage to that, which I really like, because I do think Paul as like a leader, as a guy, has a little bit of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there seems to be a little bit of compassion there, mixed in there with toughness, mixed in with a little bit of of F you middle finger, but it's never overbearing. It's not like Kurt Cincinnati, being like, I hate everybody sucks. He's got the great balance, man.
501 says, who wouldn't want to play for that man? Go Bison. Ron in Pine Bluff says, boom. Is a boom bigger than a bang? Yes.
A boom?
Bang. Boom. Yeah, boom's
a
bigger.
boom's a bit more widespread, I'd say.
Yeah. Thanks, Ron. Not sure if you guys heard, but Josh did an amazing job calling the UCA game. You are so lucky to work with someone that talented. Definitely not Josh Neighbors.
I sent that on
That
the way.
is Josh.
That was me.
That is you. That's your phone number.
Yeah, I sent that on the way in today. I was hoping you'd read that before I got here.
We are lucky to work with you.
No, actually, it was you got into work with JB, right, Brazil?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I feel so lucky whenever I get to work with that guy. He's such a professional. He's awesome to work with. So, shout out to JB. He is the man.
Yeah. No, we're lucky. We got a lot of good play-by-play and color guys around here that work hard and take the job seriously, and so then that shows when they're on the air.
We did volleyball together one time, Wes, and I hadn't done it in years since I was in college, and he did color. I did play-by-play. Just held my hand, walked me through it, and I think that's the mark of a great broadcaster. Somebody who's like, all right, I'm going to make sure they take good care of you, make somebody else look good. So you appreciate people like that whenever you work with them.
We were talking about Carius Kern a little earlier. He entered the portal, and Randall says, in fact, Memphis was the very first program to offer him. So there is a relationship with Silverfield and the offensive line coach that's following Silverfield to Arkansas. I feel very positive that they're going to make a run at Carius Kern. I didn't realize he played right tackle and left tackle for LSU this season.
They had all kinds of problems.
Oh, my God, their injury situation was
He's a
terrible.
freshman, right?
True freshman. And so the backstory was he was committed to Arkansas. He was coming to Arkansas, came home from his visit, and his head coach said, no, you still got to take your visit to LSU because you told him you would. You got to honor your word. In Arkansas, and Coach Pittman was like, no. You're not going. You're committed to us.
Right.
Coach said, no, you need to go. He went. LSU
got
him. Yeah, and got him. So hopefully he has learned from his mistake. Obviously he thinks it's a mistake because he's in the portal, and sure hope to get him back home because, with KJ being a left-handed quarterback,
Right tackle.
Is the blind side.
So did Robinson? Did he graduate at tackle?
Yes,
he did.
Yeah, Corey Robinson. The whole left side is gone. So, Robinson and Carmona are gone.
So and then
you got Kittler.
Right.
You got right guard Kobe Brenham.
Kobe Brenham. Yeah.
And right tackle Marion Harris.
Yeah. And look, man, like I know Shaq did not play well, but like you still had to hold that guy off in practice. And I mean, it was pretty clear Marion was better than him the entire year, and Marion played well. So that's good news. Playing tackles hard, Wes, in this league.
Oh, I know.
The entire offensive line.
Marion got beat a couple times.
Yeah, you're going to.
And those are speed rushers, SEC type speed, and they got him. And it's just something he's got to work on and get better. And you hope another year off season he gets.
There's a reason why a lot of SEC left tackles have been drafted very highly. There's a reason for that.
501 says, "Hey Wes, I took the Hogs at minus 27.5. That's as far as they would let me take it up, and I parlayed it with the over. The last free throw at the very end had me biting all my fingernails off. That last free throw was huge. You got it at 28.
Dude, betting college basketball
and that was the kid's first points of his career.
Like a nightmare.
He missed the first one, and I bet you weren't feeling good about that second one, but it was nothing but net. I was telling the story. I took Darius Acuff on the Bet Saracen, the double-double.
Yeah.
They put him back in the game, and he kept dishing it. They kept missing. You know, it's one thing to make a great pass, but they've got to execute and make the shot for you to get the assist. And that Carletta missed the first one wide open. Then he dishes it again to him, and I'm like, please make it go in. Oh, my God, he made it.
Made it.
First points for him in his career. Good for him.
There you go.
Zach in Palestine. Not sure how often you check your Facebook DMs, Wes, but if you could check out the message I sent you last night, see if you can help me out. Zach, I'm glad you said that because I very rarely check my Facebook DMs. I'll try to do that. Jake says Acuff hasn't had a turnover in the last 4 games, I believe.
Is that true?
Is that true? I'll check it out. He didn't have one last night. I don't think he had one against...
Oh, look.
There was a game not too long ago he had no turnovers. But man, if that's 4 straight, that's a heck of a stat. All right, we'll get back to it. There's a bunch over here. When we come back, got the Razor Hog update. We'll hear from the basketball team from last night's victory.
That's wrong. The turnover thing was wrong.
Yeah, I was thinking he had a turnover at some point, but not many.
7.
7 in the last 4 games?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Hour number 2's next.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota. And I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours or just a little too cheap or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. Check us out at redriverauto.com.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday.
Dial 8 for rainwater.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys might.
Oh, this is beautiful. I can't believe. Thank you. I don't know what to do.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
The Little Rock Fire Department and Entergy Arkansas worked together to provide warmth for local kids this winter. The organizations partnered once again to give students some coats through Operation Warm. This initiative started in 2015 and funded by firefighters who donated their own money. Students at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Leadership and Language Academy were given the jackets during a school assembly yesterday. And the city of Maumelle is named the overall best city for the 2025 Volunteer Community of the Year Award. The award they took home this year looks at citizen engagement, community-led service initiatives, and local projects that impact the community. This is the 2nd year in a row for the honor and the 18th time being named one of the volunteer communities of the year. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Have a fantastic Wednesday, everyone.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Cloudy and mild today with a high of 57 degrees. Tonight, a 20% chance of rain showers on a low of just 50. Tomorrow, it'll be windy with a high of 66, plus a 60% chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, starting to turn cooler, though, tomorrow night. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
When there's work to do, ground to break, and a reputation to uphold, you need the powerful, durable Kubota RTVX, North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 36 months, or save up to $300. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local River Valley Tractor dealer or online at rivervalleytractor.com.
Hey, it's David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. Can you feel it in the air? Oh, I can. It's hot tub season, and I love my hot tub from Luxury Pool and Spa. You can too. They have Fantasy and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa also carries Sharona Spa chemicals and frog systems. I use both in my hot tub. You gotta have them. Luxury Pool and Spa also has Pollywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around your fire pit with family and friends. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong, right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
What I've seen from Jackson Dart is, number one, that, hey, he can play in this league. It's all about managing him and making sure he has the right mindset so he's available on a consistent basis and not taking unnecessary hits. I believe with the right head coach and also with the right and proper leadership, they will be able to get that through to him because they don't have that right now. The proof is in the pudding. That's evident. But you can't sit up here and tell me that if you had a guy in Jackson Dart that showed you that he can play in this league and you're going to bank on a guy, even though Fernando Mendoza, I really like him as a quarterback.
Me too.
He won the Big Ten championship, just won the Heisman Trophy last weekend, but he hasn't played a snap in the NFL. You're going to tell me we're going to take a guy or move on from a guy that we've seen can play in this league and bank on a guy and hope that that guy can play in this league because you haven't seen it versus a guy that you've already seen do it.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Talk about stepping up. It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Live from the Signal Media Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz.
Queens weaves beyond the arc. Bad pass stolen by Brazil. Showtime at the other end. How about that? Brazil with a one-hand jam. He's got 15 and a half, and it's 35-22. Aiden Kelly, second one's on the way. That one's good. Kelly gets the free throw. It's 108-80. 15 seconds to go. Shot clock's off. Henry down the lane on Seeley. Short range won't go, and a follow shot's not going to go either. Ball's batted out. Kelly picks it up. 2 seconds, 1 second. Jabriel steals it, and it's over. Well, both sides played to the end, but Arkansas comes away with a victory. 108-80. Our final score. Hogs have won 4 in a row.
After the game, we got to hear from associate head coach Kenny Payne. He was talking about Brazil in the game that he had last night.
I think the kid is making a statement about how good he is, but also how good he can be. I don't think he's touched the surface. There's more in there. He's shooting the ball with great confidence right now. He needs to keep that up. He can rebound 15, 16 rebounds in a game. We need to see that. He can defend 1 through 5. We need to see a little bit more of that. He's in a great rhythm, and he's playing with great confidence. He's a big part of what we do as a group.
That's so funny.
Kenny Payne. You know what? And people are getting on to me about being hard on Brazil. And I'm being hard because what he just said, I kind of agree on. He can be so much more better. He's shooting the ball great, but he can be a better defender. He can be a better rebounder. 4 rebounds last night. He is capable, should be getting 8, 9, 10, 11 rebounds a game, especially against Queens. They weren't the biggest team out there.
Right.
He should be getting more While he is playing great, I am taking the coach's mentality.
Yeah.
He can do even more and be a great player.
I think this is not about, I think too often we make this about, you're being too hard on the player. And also, I think, on the other side of this, too, Acree was talking to, I believe it's Caleb Wooden, who was on their show, the defensive member. And he's like, our job's not to hold the kids accountable, which Justin's show, he can run how he wants. I don't see it that way. I think you can criticize somebody and, it's not personal at all, and still ask tough questions. I don't think you're being unfair. You and I might not see it the same way. You might say, I'm expecting more, and that's fine. And I'm coming more from the perspective of, I like the fact that his game is rounding into form. You're totally right. There have been some 4-point nights in there, right? There's he'll go 26, 27, 3, and you're like, oh, what happened there? You get in foul trouble. What? Why'd you disappear for 20 minutes of the game? Totally fair. I think the thing about the defense is, we see what a problem he can cause, which especially offensive rebounding. When he has the aggression and the desire, it's hard to deal with tall. It's hard to deal with tall and athletic. It's really hard to deal with tall, athletic, and aggressive, right? I mean, if you don't box out, he will kill you. And that version of him, I get it. You want to see that version on defense. That's what you want to see. You want to see him tailbone to the floor, get down, get your arms out, and then when somebody hits you in the chest, stand your ground.
That's
watching,
what
we want to see.
It was a Texas Tech game.
Yeah.
And Postins would start 15 feet out.
And just took him to the rack.
And just dribble down. And Brazil would just let him. Just keep bringing him down. And then he would try to stop around the block. And I'm like, that's too late. Stop him out there at 15 feet. Don't let him dribble you down after 3 dribbles and then try to bow up and stop him. It's too late because of his length. He's just going to turn around and shoot a hook over you.
He's got an issue. He's not physically strong enough in the middle part of his body. Like everything else, he presents a challenge everywhere else. But when you isolate him and you take it right into his chest, it was like Z last year, right? Adu lacked some skill. But like, if you wanted to take it into him, you were going to have to really take it to him.
Yeah.
And I think a couple times, I remember early in that game against Texas Tech last year, Toppin had a tough time with Adu because Adu just kind of stood his ground. Now, he actually did the same thing the other way around. Adu had one hook shot, and Toppin kind of gave him the elbow, and Adu didn't want anything else to do with the rest of the game. But that's what we want to see, right? We want to see more of that brick wall mentality, or at least effort there. And I think you're right, Wes. The one issue is if it's one-on-one in the post, you almost feel like you need to double, right? Because you're really concerned with him in the post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's more from Kenny Payne talking about Queens.
Well, watching them 3 or 4 or 5 games, what you see is a team that's really, it ain't just the threes, it's the pace in which they run their offense. And then they make 11 threes a game or somewhere around there. So for us, it becomes a tough 2 game, meaning that you're going to score 2s. We're not giving you 3s. We're going to contest your 3s. We're going to force you to drive the ball. But in the other games that they played, I'm telling you, they were really, really good. And I thought we did a great job of forcing them into turnovers. Now, they got some 2s, but we did a great job of defending the three-point line.
Yeah, that was obvious last night. They did not want to give up the three-point shot to Queens because they take so many in a game. They still took 25, but they only made 6. So Arkansas was running them off the three-point line and giving up some layups. That was obvious. That they just didn't want them to shoot a bunch of threes and make 15, 16, 17 threes, and all of a sudden you got a ball game. Arkansas was living with giving up some layups, and you look at their numbers, and I like this team. Queens team is going to be good in the A-Sun. Parker, 5 of 7. Nasser Mann, remember his brother played at Kentucky?
Was it Trey Mann, was it?
Trey Mann.
Was that him?
Yeah.
I thought he went to Florida State.
7 of 10 from the field. Isaiah Henry, that dude, his brother plays linebacker in the NFL. 4 of 8, looks like a linebacker. Maiden Jabril, 6 of 7 last night from the floor. They had some guys getting to the rim and finishing. And first half, I thought Arkansas they played lockdown defense, did a much better job. Second half, I thought they lost their intensity and gave up some easy shots, some offensive rebounds, some putbacks. But by then, they're up by 30, and it didn't really matter. But Queens,
like all these schools,
not horrible. Not
all
a horrible
these schools
team.
play the same way now, and it's just whoever gets the best. Like every single one of the small schools is going to run pace,
threes and layups.
They're going to jack a ton of threes.
It's UCA.
And then the ones that can slow it down and the ones that can dictate pace are usually the ones that you end up seeing in the tournament. The ones that are able to if we do slug it out, threes and layups, and it's a tight game, do we have a guy who can get you a bucket by attacking the rim or actually taking that pull up too? But most of the time you're right. Yeah, it's space, pace, and and Winthrop, great example of that, right?
Yeah,
and Winthrop was I looked it up, Wes. That was the first time in 4 years a team had hit 15 threes on Arkansas.
They hit 16?
They hit 16.
Yeah.
And then 2021 is the last time a team hit 15 threes.
Yeah, hogstats.com put a stat out that night. Arkansas's record in those games, I think, was 6-9 when a team has made that many threes.
It's honestly pretty good.
Yeah, it's surprising. You won 6
It's like a really good.
Now 7-9 because they did win.
I mean, that
game,
is a really good record for when a team is, and especially the fact that they hit them at a 50% clip is what Winthrop ends up hitting. Yeah, I mean, the thing is those teams just have no answer inside, so they aren't shooting the lights out 3-point wise. Their host.
Well, that's the difference in the making shots and missing shots.
Yeah.
Winthrop barely beat this Queens team when they played earlier this season.
Right. You know what's funny is you ever hear, Wes, when the NBA coaches don't do this. NBA coaches never go into press conferences and say, "We just missed shots tonight." Doesn't happen, right? Like, because it's a bit more complex than that in the NBA, and sometimes it's not. But in college, the number of coaches are like, "Yeah, we just couldn't hit the side of a brick wall today. We couldn't throw a beach ball in the ocean." And I love it because it's the easiest outline ever for a coach. We just didn't make shots. It just absolves you of any accountability at all, and doesn't really put it on the players. It does, but in a holistic way where it's not too mean.
Arkansas was 10 of 17 from the 3-point line in the first half.
That'll play.
That's one of the reasons why they jumped out to a 60-36 lead.
You'll take that.
Yeah. That's 2 games in a row now. They've shot over 50% from the 3-point line.
Well, the thing about them is that the quality of their look is so high. Mm-hmm. It's not hard. Think about the LeBron teams that were so good, right? Dwayne Wade and LeBron James were really good at getting to the rim. So do you want to give him layups, or do you want Eddie House to shoot a three from the corner?
I'm trying to think. I think not Billy Richmond, Malik Thomas took maybe 2 bad threes. But I think everything else were really good. And one of the threes is when he was trying to get Acuff that 10th assist.
Yes.
He got the pass. He was really covered, but he jacked it up, trying to think, maybe I make it anyway. I'm a good shooter. Doesn't matter if I'm covered.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're exactly right. They took 28 threes last night.
How do you feel about Malik Thomas?
He's just not shooting the ball real
I don't,
well right now. He's struggling. He's a freshman.
I'm a fan of him.
He's going to go through ups and downs like all freshmen, and right now Malik Acuff is on Darius Acuff is on a high. He's peaking right now. You know what? There's going to be a time in the SEC Acuff struggles, but then there's going to be a time he comes back up. It's ups and downs, and downs.
Do we think that we really they're playing Acuff or Malik more off the ball now? I mean, I would like to see them run some stuff for him. Like, really run some stuff.
Run him off screens?
Yeah, but just I don't want to see him catch the ball off the screen and then start dribbling the ball out. Like, no, like, I want you to, if we're going to be doing that, pass it and then keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cal's made that point several times. Hey, guys, give it the ball up and just trust it'll come back your way.
I mean, he's just struggling with his shot right now. There were times he dribbled in last night and took some floaters, took some jump shots that he has been making, and he just missed everything last night. Literally missed everything but one shot.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
I think he's going to be fine.
I think
come tournament time, there will be a game in the tournament.
Malik Thomas game?
Yes.
I think he's going to be a good player. I'm worried about the way he plays. Does that make sense? Like I'm not worried about the skill. I'm worried about the way he deploys his skill. I think sometimes the ball can stop with him a little bit.
Oh, no doubt.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what happens with shooters. Scores. He is a scorer.
Yes.
But I like the role he has coming in off the bench. When he comes in, they need somebody else to pick up the scoring.
Yeah.
Pick up the slack.
Like Nick Smith was good, but I don't like watching Nick Smith play. Like it's not a good vibe when the ball stops with a guy, and I don't like when the ball stops with an 18-year-old. I don't think
the offense comes to a grinding halt.
Yeah.
He's been better, I would say, over the last
he's got a ton of ability.
2 or 3 weeks.
Like he's going to be a good player.
At not just being quote unquote a ball hog.
Yes.
Working the ball, giving it up, getting it back.
Right.
But I think there was some times last night that disappeared, and once again I'll go to it was a 30-point game.
Right, doesn't matter.
And he was
I mean in general. I just mean it. Yeah, I'm not.
No, I'm not worried about him at all.
Right.
Now, if he has another 2-3 weeks of bad shooting and gets into a serious funk, then I'll start to worry a little bit. Let's go to the D3 Auto Sales text line since we were talking some basketball. Well, we were just talking about that, how bad Malik has been, struggling right now the last couple of games. Pud and BB, nothing. He tells everyone. I'll have to wait. I got to read that. I got to pre-read some of y'all.
Yeah, you do.
JW says, dang, y'all won so much. 1 minute, 1 year. He's not playing great. Next meeting, he's playing great, and now you're griping about it. I guess he's talking about Brazil, up and down, up and down.
Well, I mean, the reason why you can be hard on him, he's played 104 college basketball games. Like, he should be good. I mean, I'm giving him props because he's playing really well, but to Wes, more to your point, like, he should be really good at this point. You consider his ability, how long he's played, and how many players he's been around and coaches he's had. Like, he's playing well, but he should be playing well.
It's that time.
Yeah.
501 says, Wes, I do like and agree with that constructive criticism of Brazil. He said he was telling me to go a little easy on him, but I just want him to take the next level or go to the next level.
You don't want that. I don't think it's like unfair criticism.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
I want him to be great.
Yeah, no, you're and once again, I don't think it's wrong to expect him to be great.
Right now, I don't see him being an NBA player because he can't play defense. Who's he going to defend? I think he can be an NBA player, no doubt. The athleticism and the touch, the shooting from the outside, the NBA loves that. But when you go the other end of the court, what's he going to do?
Yeah, I guess like they kind of almost played him a little bit like Bobby Portis is he's not that tough. He's not as tough as Bobby, but I think he could end up being just as good of a shooter, right? because Bobby's really worked on that 3-point.
He's got the second best shooting percentage in the NBA.
Yeah, he shoots, I feel like, exclusively from the corner.
Yeah.
Like, if you looked at his shot chart, he's corner three, he's corner three,
He
corner
knows
three.
his shot.
And Brazil can shoot that too. He's actually, and he's good at the wing too.
He's good at the top of the circle.
Yeah, he's got a good stroke. Also, it's like Durant. One thing about Kevin Durant, he's hard to block. Why? He's very tall, right? Brazil's kind of the same way. How do you block a 3-point shot if you're 6'8" and he's 6'10", and he's got long arms? Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got to get up in his grill.
It's hard.
So when he catches it, he can't even rise.
But it's hard because you're usually playing help on A-Cuff's guy because he got beat.
Yeah. This one says the Hogs are the number 1 ranked 2-loss team. Are they the best 2-loss team? I guess so at 14.
I don't trust the Associated Press poll.
Yeah. Well, they should be getting some credit for those 2 losses since they were both to top 10 teams.
Where are they in Ken Palm? Who is this? Who is the texter?
He was talking about the AP.
I know, but I was saying I don't care about the analytics.
Jake said he misspoke. It was the 4th game overall without a turnover, not the 4th straight.
I don't think that's right either.
I think that could be right.
Wow.
Jake in Houston, the deal with TB this year is it's his last opportunity to make a legitimate case for the NBA. It seems he understands that and is giving full effort. If only he had done that all along.
Wes, this harkens back to our first year working together doing post-game show. Believe it was Mark Mitchell, yes? Mark Mitchell's last 12. Who is it? Which Mitchell do they have? It was who ended up playing really well. Like he was really the only good consistent player Arkansas had 2 years ago from us. The team where the wheels fell off the wagon. Where Muss was pretty obviously job shopping for the last 15 games.
I don't remember who you're talking about.
It was one of the. I want to say it was Mark Mitchell. It was the big. Who was the big guy?
One of the twins.
It was one of the bigs. I'm pretty sure it was Mark Mitchell.
Mark Mitchell.
Which was it? Mackay?
Mackay.
Who was the one they kept?
Markel or
somebody help.
Mikhail or Mikhail, or
Markel.
Let me check.
They were both similarly named, similarly pronounced. I can never keep them straight.
He had the crazy hair.
No, okay. I'm looking at 2023. The point of this was going to be that he had a really good stretch towards the back end of his senior year, and we see it with also other sports too, like quarterbacks. Guess what? It just took Geno Smith a little bit longer than most guys.
Game slows down for him.
Right, exactly. Like they said for Will Howard at Kansas State when he eventually got good. A lot of these guys just kind of need the game to slow down. And for Brazil, I mean, Wes, it feels like his mind is it's shot fake, dribble, dunk, timing, rebound, stick back, three, move to a little bit of the screen. Pop.
Keep it simple.
He's just doing the simple things really well. And let's see, I'm looking at so that was 2023-24, right? That would have been our first year? Yes. It was Mitchell. It was Mackay. But he had a stretch there towards the back end of the year where, so this is actually, this is my point here. From the 17th of February on. 21 points, 22 points, 13 at 0. You got in foul trouble that game. 13, 19, 18, 18, 15. A guy who averaged 8 points a game that year, and he puts together that stretch. It clicked for him.
Yeah.
He was spinning out of double teams, he was passing the ball well. And look, his last 10 games, the game of basketball really just slowed down for him. For Brazil, it's obviously slowed down for him this year. It happens for everybody at different points, but guess what? The maturation of a player is a lot quicker. I feel like in the last 2 weeks, Acuff, the game's slowed down for him a lot.
Yeah.
Right? It's happened for him at the age of 18. But that's the difference in talent.
And he's working his way up into a lottery pick.
I mean, that guy is really, he's really good.
If Brazil plays like Jordan Walsh is at Boston, he could make a team. They're two different guys.
Is Walsh playing some now too?
Oh, yeah. He's playing well. He's shooting the ball really well.
They need it.
Yeah. But he's a great defender.
Yeah, I mean,
Jordan Walsh is a excellent defender.
I always said, Wes, before I came here, I was, I did a lot of Big 12 coverage, and Jalen Wilson was the player of the year in the Big 12 that year that Arkansas beat him in the tournament, and that was the best defense that second half.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen anybody guard Jalen Wilson that way.
Was that Devo?
Devo
got on him?
That was the game where Devo shot, but Devo scored a bunch.
Right, but was Devo guarding him?
They put Walsh on him a bunch because Walsh was just hard to get around. He's thick.
And long.
He's athletic.
Can we point to the fact that Muss didn't help TB develop at all?
Correct.
TB has made more progress in the last year than all of his career.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I've been on with Musselman, that he is an achieving coach, but I don't know how much he invests in individual player development.
One more before we hit the break. Do y'all know why the tall guy that we got from another country, can't remember his name, but why he isn't playing, or is he redshirting this year? What's going on? I haven't heard about him. He's not redshirting. Did he get in last night? He's played a couple of games.
Well, if he's not redshirting and he's not playing, then I think you can take a guess why
he's not ready.
He's not as good as the guys.
But he has. Joe Klein told us he's lost 30 pounds. He came in at 265, and he's down to 235 and moving around a little bit better. But, yeah, so you're going to take out Brazil. You're going to take out Malik Ewan. You're going to take out Nick Pringle. By the way, Pringle played one of his best games last night.
Like Nick Pringle, not the most talented, one of the most 8 talented guys in the team, but been around. Like Nick Pringle knows I got to come in and be in shape.
Rebound.
I got to work hard. I got to set some good screens. I got to hit some open shots.
And
like
play defense.
Nick Pringle knows how he's going to get his minutes, how he gets fed. So, you know, and that guy, if Joe's telling us, Wes, that he has to lose 30 pounds, then that shows you he's not. He's got a ways to go in terms of understanding what he has to do to get on the floor.
Yeah, he was a project.
Yeah,
and if you've seen anything from Calipari here recently, he's recruiting young high school freshman guards, scores. He's going to the portal and getting big guys.
Yeah.
Because he knows they're more mature, they're physical. They're
physically mature, yeah.
Yes, and they've been around the game long enough. And so that's kind of the route he's going right now. This is a guy that maybe next year, maybe the next, if he sticks around, could contribute. But neither one of the big 7-footers freshmen are playing, and one of them we knew wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
He was pretty much a project the whole
Yeah,
time.
I mean, the reason why Auburn went and got Janai Broom is because this guy was fist fighting people in the OVC, basically, like in the paint.
Yeah.
And guess what? Physically, that guy's ready to play. That guy's ready to rock, right? I mean, that guy, that's why you go and get guys like that who are just like they grew up in leagues that they swallow that whistle, going to fight for every free throw and every yard, every inch of that yard.
Every rebound.
And guess what? It pays off.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Sam Glover. Got the King Cotton Classic coming in Pine Bluff. Big high school basketball tournament getting started here in about 9-10 days. We'll get all the details, the teams that are coming. We'll switch gears to high school basketball when we come back. This is Out of Bounds.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas basketball took care of business last night by beating Queens 108-80. Trevor Brazile once again led the Hogs, recording a career-best 26 points on 9 of 11 from the field. Freshman Darius Acuff Jr. continued his outstanding play, finishing with 23 points and 10 assists with 0 turnovers. Arkansas's next game will be a big test against Houston in New Jersey on Saturday. Nationally, 20th-ranked Tennessee beat 11th-ranked Louisville 83-62. They were led by Jacoby Gillespie, who had 23 points. Tonight in women's basketball, Arkansas will face Kansas City at 7 on ESPN+, while in men's basketball, Arkansas State will face Texas State at 7:30 on ESPN+. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every folks with person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Hey guys, it's Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa. The Christmas season is upon us, and boy, has it been a year. I think we all could use a little peace of mind and some relaxation. Well, we have the special for you. This gift is so good, it's a 2-hour package for $125. That's it. You can get it for yourself, your husband, your wife, your dog sitter, your in-laws, your boss. Your boss can get it for everybody else. Go to avabelladayspa.com to find out more.
Mickey Hennard for our service department at Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Whether it's Kubota, Vermeer, or steel, our team will take care of you. Family owned for over 30 years, Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown Kubota dealer, no matter where you live.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did?
Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agent Madison Buse in England, Matt Cooper in Russellville, or Todd Session in Morrilton today.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Elvis Presley Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
A beauty from South Alabama. Her daddy had a heart like a 9-pound hammer. Think he even did a little time in the slammer. What was I thinking? She snuck out one night and met me by the front gate. Her daddy came out waving that 12 gauge. We tore out the drive, he peppered my tailgate. What was I thinking? Oh, I knew there'd be hell to pay, but that
All right, welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Wes Moore. He's Todd Pearce. Got Josh Neighbors hanging out with us today. Joe Franklin off for the Christmas holidays.
Sabbatical day number 3.
3 out of
15.
15. We're still figuring it out. Speaking of the holidays, the King Cotton Holiday Classic's right around the corner. I think it's 10 days from now. Sam Glover joins us now. What's up, Sam? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? How's everybody today?
Man, we're good. We're good. We've been talking a little basketball. Now we can shift gears, talk high school basketball, because you got some great teams coming in, 27th, 29th, and 30th down in Pine Bluff for the King Cotton Classic. Who are some of the marquee teams we need to know?
Woo! Oh, man. Well, the ones that stick out to me right away, Gillian Academy out of Virginia is a phenomenal team. They've got one of the big show, I'd say. They call him Baby Shaq, Marcus Ponder. Marcus Ponder is the real deal, 7 foot, about 300 pounds.
Good Lord.
He's the real deal. Yeah, he's the real deal. So just real quick, Gillian Academy, Inglewood, they have the nation's top scorer. He just broke the California all-time scoring record. Is Jason Crow Jr. He's averaging 44 points a game out of about 10 or 12 games this year. He's the real deal. He's going to Missouri. And who else would I say? Let's say somebody local. Benton has Anthony Spratt Jr. and Brian Cowell Jr. Both of those guys are phenomenal players. I think ESPN just moved Spratt up to number 21 in the country. So, along with, and then finally, Faith Family Academy have the Placide twins. They just signed with Wake Forest, 6'9", 220. You know, stretch 4 guys. It's really a phenomenal field, but those those teams right there are something out of it you want to go look at.
How do you get tickets for the King Cotton Classic this year?
So you can go two places. You go to KingCottonClassic.com and just click the link or buy tickets, or you can go to our Facebook page at King Cotton Holiday Classic. Either way, you'll be able to link in. $15 ticket, $30 tournament pass. Can't beat it.
$30 tournament pass, that's for all 3 days?
That's for all 3 days. No tax included, $30 straight across the board.
How have you seen the King Cotton Classic grow over the years since coming back?
It's grown tremendously. When we brought it back, see, the thing about it, when we brought it back after being gone for 17-year hiatus, a lot of those coaches and teams and people we were going after, they didn't even know what King Cotton was because they were 13, 10, 12, 11 years old when the King Cotton was in its heyday. And so we had to reestablish the brand. And since that time, we've continued to grow. We've had 4 lottery picks since we brought it back, and just a bevy of high-class players, sort of like Caleb Wilson, over in North Carolina. He was a Naismith player last year. We've had 3 Naismith Player of the Years, 4 lottery picks. I mean, it just continues to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Got Sam Glover with us. How do you get these teams to come to Pine Bluff?
Well, it takes a lot. I'm blessed and fortunate. I want to say I've really been blessed and fortunate to be able to extend my network from coast to coast, from the top to the bottom. And that's the beginning of it. And then able to just talk them through. And because these days the compensation is not enough. They want to know immediately who's playing in the tournament. And so it's just critical trying to get that first 4 teams in that will convince other high-class teams to come in. Very, very important. So hope that answered your question. You have to talk to those coaches. You have to have a network. They have to be familiar with you. Then you have to have a first-class tournament. And then finally, yes, compensation, but you can come in and say, we'll pay for everything, and they'll still turn you down.
You got teams from Texas,
depending on who's in it,
Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, California. I mean, you're bringing them in from all over the country.
We want that feel. This is a national elite tournament. And so, we've had some talk about, well, why don't we just, do this? Well, we don't want a regional tournament. We want to have the national field, get the best regional tournament. When we think regionally, we think, 500-mile radius around the city of Pine Bluff, and then we get the best teams that we could possibly get out of the state of Arkansas. And we always keep the Razorbacks. That's a consideration. Who are the Razorbacks following? Who does Coach Cal Perry want to recruit, and those things? And we put all of those into consideration, and then we start trying to build that field out.
Sam Glover with us, the King Cotton Holiday Classic, 27th, 29th, and the 30th of December. Why do y'all skip the 28th?
It's Sunday, and, many state association rules you can't play on Sundays. Yeah. So it just fell on one of those weeks. It's happened 3 times, oddly, here in the last maybe 5 years. It's happened in that way. It's really interesting because if you go back in King Cotton history, they've only had that Sunday breakover maybe 2 times in the whole history of the tournament. So to happen 3 times in the last 5 years is really weird to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, and because of the way Christmas falls, and I guess that's why you want to start it on the 27th. You wouldn't want to start it on the 26th, where teams are having to leave on Christmas Day to travel and get here.
And then you factor this in. A lot of people don't know. All of the associations, so you have to be sanctioned through the National Federation of High Schools. And then once they do it, you have to be approved in each state, and then they all have their own rules that go with it. And so there's a lot of nuance there about, okay, for instance, Texas schools, they have to have 5 consecutive days of no play, and then they can't play on the 26th. But then if it's on a Thursday, then they can do this. And it's like all of these rules. And Florida, same way, and every state has their rules. But I'm thankful about the rules of Arkansas because, it's pretty cut and dry. It doesn't have all of that, all of that back and forth.
How has Pine Bluff and Central Arkansas embraced the return of the King Cotton Classic?
People look forward to it all year. It's the only show in town, so to speak, and not just talking about Pine Bluff, but in Arkansas from the standpoint of they're not 4 or 5 other tournaments with this type of talent in it, and so people want to come and see this brand, and then the economic impact for both Pine Bluff and Little Rock, I would say, to an extent, because they fly in. A lot of the people fly in, and then like on the Sunday, like you're talking about, they'll come up to Little Rock and do a little bit of shopping and a little bit of maybe go to the movies and something like that. So just there's a regional impact that takes place because of it. And then some of the families that come in, they like to stay in Little Rock sometimes, but they also stay in Pine Bluff. We got great hotels in Pine Bluff, and so the economic impact is great. The social impact when we bring in all of the demographics together, safe family fun in the city of Pine Bluff, it's like a community family reunion every year, and so that is really what puts the cherry on top for King Cotton Classic every year.
Sam, you were talking about the 7-year break that the Classic took and having to sort of reinvent the brand. Just how involved or how difficult a process is that? I mean, I know there's a storied past to it already, and you're trying to build on that. So how difficult is it to kind of take what you've already seen and then reinvent it?
So when you coming from 17 years of not doing something, times change. I mean, because the way things are going now with AI and everything, things change every 2 months, it seems. I just had an iPhone 14. Now they look like they're trying to do an iPhone, 41 or whatever. But that culturally, how things change, NIL, all of those things, they have an impact on how you rebrand and social media and the necessity to you almost have to be plugged into the show all day, every day. Because just an example, we had Grayson High School, right? I don't want to get too far off task, but I want to point to this. We had Grayson High School. They were in the tournament. Well, they had the number 2 player in the country, which was Caleb Holt.
Mm-hmm.
He was locked in. They were locked in for months. Well, guess what? Caleb Holt decided he's going to go to Prolific Prep, get him a branding deal. They paid him almost $1 million. He's out of there. And now your tournament's ruined. You got to get somebody else. He changed schools in August. So most of those teams have already been booked and things like that. So it's really wild. It's like the Wild Wild West. So the high school, the large high school tournaments like King Cotton are going through the same things that are happening out here for now Coach the new Razorback coach Silverfield, and everyone that's out there dealing with athletics at this time. We're all facing the cultural shift that is very, very real, and you have to keep up with the game.
Sam, thank you for your time. We appreciate you coming on Out of Bounds. Best of luck with the King Cotton Holiday Classic, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Sam Glover joining us. 27th, 29th, and 30th at Pine Bluff. Some good basketball going on for 3 days.
I love me a good holiday high school basketball tournament, man. I grew up on those. A lot of fun. Plus, if you were ever in the AAU world, we used to play a ton of games in a really short period of time. But there's nothing like getting to see good players.
Well, you get the opportunity here in 10 days.
Yeah.
Head down to Pine Bluff. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our second hour. Still to come, Kyle Sutherland will join us. We'll talk about Carius Kern with him. Also got a new strength coach official today.
Is he going to be on the phone or is he coming in?
I think he's calling.
Oh, I love Kyle. Kyle's GOAT.
We'll take a break. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Howie, it is Christmas time, and how is Robert Irwin Jewelers going to make it stress-free for everyone?
All you got to do is get to Robert Irwin Jewelers. We've got great gift ideas.
Like what?
A 3-row, 5-carat, lab-grown diamond band, only $1,999. And you're going to get a free pair of diamond stud earrings to match. On Christmas morning, when she opens up that box, you're going to be the hero.
Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices, Robert Irwin Jewelers, or online at rijewelers.com.
While supplies last, now open Sundays.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Say yes to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette Wedding Show, Sunday, January 18th at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. VIP tickets are available and get you and a guest entry to our exclusive stage social event held just before the wedding show. VIP perks include t-shirt, tote, new swag, custom labels, prizes, reserved seating at the stage, and early entrance to the event. A limited amount of these tickets are available on sale now at arkansasbridalcommunity.com or find us on Facebook at ADG Wedding Show.
We got the big deals at the Big Lot.
Terry, I hear the Big Lot is going big time Ram.
That's right, Steve. Ram Bighorns, well equipped and not stripped, starting at just $44,900. New HD Ram starting at $45,900, and America's workhorse, the HD Diesel, as low as $54,900.
The most powerful pickup on the planet for $54,900.
The big deals are at the Big Lot. Chris Crane, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Benton, or go to chriscranecars.com.
The Big Lot Benton.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. Dueling Pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs with food and drinks every week. Reserve and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Come and get your Willie on.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $3,500. Now through December 31st, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local River Valley Tractor dealer or online at rivervalleytractor.com.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report every weekday with Justin and DJ on The Zone. The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital with UAMS Health.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app. Bet Saracen is as close as your cell phone. Just go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen or go to betsaracen.com. NFL, college football, NBA, also college basketball, boxing, MMA, soccer, hockey, any sport, any line, anytime. You can find it all at Bet Saracen. If you want to follow the odds, favorites, and underdogs, Bet Saracen is where you want to be. Prop bets, futures, today's events, upcoming games, in-game, whatever your sports betting needs are, Bet Saracen has you covered. No strings attached for new players at Bet Saracen. There's a 100% profit boost. Sign up with promo code BOOSTED. Get a 100% profit boost to use on a bet of your choosing. $25 max wager running through the end of August. Check out all the details on the Bet Saracen app. For the most accurate and up-to-date sports wagering info, you need to be on the Bet Saracen app. Just go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen or go to betsaracen.com.
Yeah. Hey,
you say Shot City? Shot City, Shot City. I'm coming home again. Do you think about me now and then? Yeah. Do you think about me now and then?
All right, let's wrap up our second hour. You want to jump in here? We can. 661-1037. Take a call, talk basketball. Arkansas getting ready for Houston. I'm excited for this game Saturday night or late afternoon, early evening. It's a fun game.
There's football on Saturday, Wes, and I think the most physical sporting contest will be at the Prudential Center. And
not the college football playoff.
I also like the fact that it's at the Rock. Like, that is a great venue. It is also little double header. If you're in New York, you can go to Jersey and see at 4:30 and watch Houston and Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
You could take train in city, go see Duke and Texas Tech at the Garden at 7 o'clock. That's happening at MSG. That's a very doable pair there. Very doable.
4:30 be over about 6:30, 6:45.
You can get from Jersey.
Probably get there about 7:15, 7:30.
I have to say, it's been a while since I've made the trek from Jersey, but yeah.
D3 Auto Sales Text Line, Coach Cal and the staff are really coaching these players. Confidence level is off the chart. My best King Cotton Classic memory is Corliss going up to block Jason Kidd at the end of the championship game.
Shoo.
Yeah, back in the day, this was
awesome.
the tournament.
That's awesome, man.
If Brazil, I read that one. Skip down. I got those. Peyton and Cersei. Brazil played a great game. I don't think he needs to be criticized. Sure, he made a couple of things that he could have done better, but when Malik Thomas came in, he's supposed to be our freshman star player, and Acuff is showing him up, obviously. But Malik Thomas is a better player than showed up last night in the last few games. He came in last night and immediately turned the ball over, made a couple of poor decisions. We don't criticize Josh Allen when he throws for 5 touchdowns, 350 passing yards, and only 4 incompletions. We don't talk about the 4 incompletions. We talk about all the things he did good and build them up. That's really long, Peyton. My point, I think I've made it clear. Look, he played good. He is a good player. I want him to be great. Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, I think, and you and I, once again, Wes, might view it differently. But the idea here is that you and I talked last year when he came in. He hadn't played very much. Comes in for Adu Thero. And guess what? Not only does he give them what they got from Thero, he actually gave them more. Because that's the quality, it's the talent level he has. What Wes is saying, tell us if I'm wrong, Wes, is you want to see him keep pushing those limits, keep pushing the upper bound limits, and see how good he can be. You think there's still more, like Kenny Payne said, there's more.
Yeah.
There's more there.
Defensively, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Rebounding, there's more.
Yeah.
4 rebounds last night.
I think he's playing like he should be. Like, I'll give him credit for it too. To reach that level despite all the setbacks he's had, whether it be the coaching changes, school changes, injuries, it's hard to achieve. But with his talent level, I'm not surprised he is, right? And I think he deserves credit for getting there as well. I think it all can be true, right? It can be impressive, and also there still be room to grow. They can all be true at once. We can walk and chew gum here.
Arkansas with Brazil, an improved Brazil on defense and rebounding, with a better Malik Thomas. If Acuff keeps coming, this is a team that can be a Final Four type team.
Yeah, they've had Final Four talent, for the word go.
But they got to keep getting better.
Yeah.
The team that we saw right now, they can't go to the Final Four or win the entire tournament. They all have to keep getting better.
It's interesting. I would love to see where this team is in March and compare it to last year's team. Because I'll tell you this, that team last year was good enough to win a championship. I really believe that. I mean, if you think about Florida too, right? Florida, that Tech team, Arkansas had them dead to rights. Dead to rights. Texas Tech had Florida dead to rights. Houston had Florida dead to rights. Those teams, there was a lot of really good teams last year. I believe Arkansas, I think being in the locker room too helped, but they did not think they were going to lose. And why should they? They knocked out Patino and Sell, 2 Hall of Fame coaches in 3-day stretch. Mm-hmm. And they were the better team in both those games. They were the better basketball team. And they played with that confidence. Now, ball didn't go their way. I really honestly believe it didn't bounce their way in the end. But that team was awesome last year. They really did improve as a group.
Oh, tremendously.
I mean, they really did. And it wasn't just them taking off when Boogie got hurt. It wasn't just then. It was like when Thero gets hurt. and the fact that even Z didn't play well in the end, but the fact he could stretch the floor. And then Adu came back, right, and was dealing with injuries the entire second half, but was fighting, right? Was fighting. The fact that Thero and Boogie wanted to come back, like those guys were all pulling in the same direction last year. It's really impressive to watch. Let's see if it does this year too.
Let's go to Hunter. He's in Searcy. What's up, Hunter?
Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Good, man.
Hey, everything you're saying about Brazil is right. He needs to be a little bit better. He's coming along. The best thing I see is he can catch the ball over the top of everyone and shoot from anywhere. But why is he doing the tip? Get somebody else to tip the ball, please. Y'all have a good day.
Who else would tip?
Pringle?
He's not tall enough. Is he tall? I mean, 6'9",
6'10".
But he's not. He can't.
He's not.
Is he long enough? Is his arms longer?
Brazil's the would be the highest reach on the team.
Yeah, I mean he's like. I don't know the difference between
I'm not really concerned about the tip.
Yeah,
I mean the next jump ball you're getting.
So
it
this guy's terrible at calling coin tosses. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, that's. I mean, no. Savage, what's up?
What's going on, guys? I think the catalyst for this team, Wes, is DJ Wagner. If this kid's coming on, he alleviates a lot of pressure on Acuff and the rest of the team. What's your thoughts on that? I think it revolves around him. I know Acuff he's dynamic, but I think when Wagner's on, this team is dynamic. I'm going to get off. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Arkansas has the luxury of having two really good point guards. One of them a freshman that, look, if something goes wrong, he starts struggling. SEC play, who knows? I mean, we saw this with Boogie last year. Boogie looked all-world in non-conference, then got into SEC play. The size, the height of the SEC defenders, he had a hard time finishing at the rim. He started struggling, then he got hurt. Okay, you had DJ Wagner. If something happens, who knows? Maybe Acuff struggles in the SEC play. You got DJ Wagner that can take over and run more point and move Acuff over to the two guard, take some pressure off of him.
Why can't it be both? I mean, like the thing is, like their job is to drive. Their job is to drive, right? And when they drive, everybody eats. When those two guys get to the rim, and there's plenty of ball to go around with those two. Mm-hmm. I think both can be true. Like, once again, they can have both those guys going at the same time.
They're playing well off of each other.
Yeah.
And I love when Acuff goes to the bench, DJ just slides over, runs the point for a couple minutes, give him a little break.
They can both play and run point. Yeah. At the same time.
Because that happens on a rebound. Big guy gets it, and he's looking for an outlet. You can go to
Acuff,
or you can go to DJ.
And they can fly. Both
or you can go to Billy.
They can go to Billy. Yeah.
And get out of the way.
Yeah. You never know what happens when he's in the run.
Final hour coming up. Stick around. This is Out of Bounds.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota. And I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours for just a little too cheap or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. Check us out at redriverauto.com.
Happy holidays from Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. From all of us at Alcoa, we wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's the end of the year and New Year auto loan special. Santa's got 3 presents just for you. A 2.026% interest rate, no payments for 90 days, and up to 84 months financing. Offer valid on 2024, 25, and 26 models, both new and refinancing your current auto loan. Apply securely online today at Alcoa Community FCU.org. Proudly serving 15 counties across Central Arkansas.
If you are looking for a safe, skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy, visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Police in Pine Bluff made sure to bring the holiday cheer for their Shop with a Cop event on Tuesday. The Fraternal Order of Police walked the aisles of Walmart with 24 kids between 5 and 8 years old. The kids got to pick out something special to take home for Christmas, but that wasn't all. They were also able to have a pizza party and a bike giveaway afterwards. And the University of Arkansas at Monticello has been awarded $100,000. It comes from the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. The funds will go towards a project dealing with potato and rice cultivation in vertical farms. The school hopes the research will provide new opportunities for students while growing the state's agriculture industry. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Byrne Jr. Hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, everyone.
Tune in every Monday night at 7 for the Coach Calipari Show. Coach will break down each game and talk strategy. And it's all brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and the Big Lot in Benton.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a cloudy day, a slight chance of a shower with a high of 57 degrees. Tonight, a 20% chance of light rain showers, a low only of 50. But tomorrow, warming up to 66 with a 60% chance of showers and maybe a thunderstorm. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
Christmas is almost here. Time is running out to get those last-minute gifts. 103.7 The Buzz and Ava Bella Day Spa are here to help you. The Zone will be there on Thursday and Morning Mayhem on Friday, talking to Dee Dee about all the ways Ava Bella can help with those last-minute gifts.
Christmas isn't about what's under the tree. It's about making every moment special. Building memories that outlast the wrapping paper. Making the most of every acre. Teaching the next generation right. That's why Greenway is rolling out weekly offers on the gear that keeps you running and the John Deere gift that makes their eyes light up. This year, give a gift built for all things special to you.
It's back. Gwatney Buick GMC's world-famous 12 Deals of Christmas. This pre-owned year-end closeout event features 12 unique late-model vehicles that are good enough for Santa. Cars, crossovers, trucks, and four-wheel drive SUVs that will get you to Grandma's house no matter what the Arkansas weather. These aren't just manager specials. These are the 12 Deals of Christmas. Hand-picked by Jamie Cobb himself. Plus, if you're looking for new, Gwatney Buick GMC delivers with 2026 GMC Sierras at 0%, Acadias at 1.9%, and Terrains at just $279 per month. Business owners, you only have until the end of the year. And Gwatney Buick GMC has qualifying vehicles ready to help you save on taxes. Sierras, Yukons, and more are ready to provide the deduction you're going to need. It's the 12 Deals of Christmas, only at Gwatney Buick GMC. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Call 501-945-4444. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit. Terrains at low mileages.
Holiday savings just landed at Gwatney Chevrolet, and these deals are big. Get up to 22% off in-stock 2025 Silverado 1500s. Huge savings on the truck everyone wants. Buy a new Equinox and get a $250 Christmas gift card, a perfect holiday bonus while supplies last. And on all pre-owned vehicles, get 1 full year of free maintenance, plus available sales tax paid for even more savings. Don't wait. Drive home your holiday deal today at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together let's drive. With approved credit. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Arkansas Roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Wednesday, when Rick Schaefer and I bring in some great guests, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Kevin Bohannon, Scoop, and Scores. Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. Bart Reed, thanks to Martin Orthopedics. NFL agent and guru Chris Turnage, and Richard Davenport from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette and HoHogSports.com. See you Wednesday on 1037 The Buzz.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Live from the Signal Media Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 1037 The Buzz.
My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano seaweed.
What's Trending in Sports is brought to you by Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee, the Razorbacks, and their 1.5 million farmers around the globe. It's fall, so now it's time for your team to stock up on coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
Well, we had a bowl game last night and a couple of bowl games today. Last night, Jacksonville State beat Troy 17-13. Held on. Troy threw a Hail Mary into the end zone last play of the game and kind of batted up. The Troy receiver dove for it and just missed it. Came down to the wire. Troy got a defensive touchdown. That was their only score. Jacksonville State doing a pretty good job against that Troy offense. And it was the first fourth quarter loss for Troy in like so many years. Like when they have the lead in the fourth, they always win, and they lost this one. I didn't realize how big of a rivalry game this was, Jacksonville State and Troy, and they hadn't played in like 20 years.
Mississippi, Alabama, right?
This is a game, that, and even the coach for Jacksonville State after the game was like, this game needs to be played every year. You could just see with this atmosphere in the bowl game, this wasn't just a normal bowl game. This was a rivalry game that meant a little something extra.
Troy is in the Sun Belt, and I guess that means that Jacksonville State's in the CUSA?
Conference USA.
Yeah.
I think they played in the championship game.
They've been good ever since they've come up from
Both,
FCS.
I guess, played in the...
Yeah. Troy's been good the last few years, but Jacksonville State, ever since they made the change, and I think they made it under Rich Rod.
Yeah, that team was fun to watch last year.
Dude, he still can dial it up.
That offense, they had a couple of running backs, and a quarterback could go. The second-string quarterback could go.
Yeah. Rich Rod, the father of the modern spread option.
Tonight, like I said, 2 bowl games. Old Dominion, South Florida start here in about 55 minutes on ESPN. And then you got the 68 Ventures Bowl. By the way, the first one's the Cure Bowl. That's in Charlotte, right?
The Cure Bowl, I don't know. I think
Orlando, I believe.
Yeah, Orlando.
I thought the Cure Bowl was in Charlotte because I thought Arkansas State played in that a couple times.
Well,
but you're right, it's in Orlando.
4 o'clock on ESPN. Once again, folks, this is a reminder. Bowl games are just television inventory, okay? This game is at 4 p.m. on a Wednesday, December 17th, between Old Dominion and USF. This is just so they don't have to show, like, you know how ESPN News always would show like reruns of SportsCenter over and over and over again, or PTI for the 12th time?
Yeah.
This is so they can have a live event take the place of that does better viewership in a time where people are just around. And
both starting quarterbacks have opted out, so you'll have backups playing for Old Dominion and South Florida.
Even more reason to watch. Could get wild.
68 Ventures Bowl starts at 7:30.
Sure. You know what 68 Ventures is?
No.
Okay, well, I didn't either. Who's playing? Sorry.
Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, and Delaware.
The mascot?
For Delaware, Blue Hens.
Blue Hens. Joe Flacco. Jameer Nelson, I believe, also a Delaware Blue Hen.
Delaware's favorite over Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns.
First year as a first year?
Yes.
For Delaware? It is.
Yes.
Yeah. Love that for Delaware.
And that's in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, great. Cool. It's an investment firm.
Huh.
I learned that today.
Good. Tomorrow, of course, the big one, Missouri State, Arkansas State, Xbox Bowl. What's Xbox? I'm joking.
I was like, uh-oh.
You see where the MVP trophy and all the awards they're giving out are like Xbox achievements?
No.
Really?
It's cool.
I love that.
And then tomorrow night we got an NFL game too. A really good NFL game.
Big game. It's a huge game.
Rams, Seahawks in Seattle. Last night we had the NBA Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, was it last night?
Yeah. It was the championship of the NBA Cup.
Here we go. Here's some highlights.
Hart moving a little funky. Fox walked by Hart. Fox couldn't grab it. Who wants it? Towns and the Knicks. 5-point lead. Brunson shakes him off. Swings for Hart. 5 to shoot. Hart gonna do it himself. Josh Hart connects from long range.
The Knicks doing what they do, man. They're never out of it. They have that Knicks intensity.
Wembanyama out of this world. And a takeaway by Champagny. Bridges tries to stick with him. Champagny, no. And it's caught by Castle. Wembanyama blanketing the rim. Castle.
Oh, great
for
screen.
Harper. Ooh. Rejected by Robinson. Right to Champagny. Wembanyama again. Yes, sir! Just over a minute to go in the third. Catch way outside. Wembanyama.
It's pretty.
He's got it again.
It's so pretty.
He's on a heater.
10 straight points for him. He ended up with 18, but the Spurs do not get the victory. Knicks win.
Yeah.
How about the Knicks, 124-113, and they had 7 players in double digits last night.
I just want to appreciate how Dwayne Wade was a fan for a majority of that, watching Wemby play.
Mm-hmm.
Really love that. Big Iron Eagle, guys. Shout out to Iron Eagle. And, yeah, the Knicks and that Eastern Conference is kind of a mess right now. Obviously, without Tatum, the Celtics aren't really that kind of just war machine they were before. The Pistons, you don't really trust yet. They're 21-5, but they're so young that you don't really trust them. And everybody else is kind of middling right now. So Cavs haven't gotten together. Bucks obviously has been a disaster with Damian Lillard hurt. So the Knicks kind of they're just chugging along. 18-7. Brunson looks good. The big thing is, will Tom Thibodeau wear him out again? Now they have more depth than they had last year, especially at guard once Deuce McBride comes back. Kolek's played okay. OG, I love OG Anunoby. Big fan of him.
They only played 8 guys last night.
Yeah, well, they have a couple injuries now. But OG, I think, scored 28.
Yep, he had 40 minutes. Brunson, 41 minutes. Scored 25.
And what month is it, Wes?
It's December.
I'm concerned. Tibbs can't help himself. He just cannot do it.
How big of a deal was it, the NBA Cup?
Are you asking, or is there a clip you're about to play?
Both. Is it big?
No.
Where we are as far as the NBA Cup, because when history is written, they're going to say, who won the first NBA Cup? It was LeBron James.
Yeah.
Who won the second one? It was Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Tuesday night, there's an opportunity either to say Jalen Brunson and the Knicks or Victor Wembanyama. And it's like, oh, this is like a tradition. The best players win the NBA Cup. Why are we doing this? Is dumb. It's not for you. It's for an 8-year-old who's watching this somewhere and saying, wow, the best players have this on their resume.
That was Amin El Hassan on Sirius XM's NBA radio talking about why the NBA Cup matters.
Love me.
A lot of people need to hear that, including me.
I mean, it's one man's opinion. I mean, especially for an industry insider like El Hassan is, I can see why he would be all rah-rah about an event like that. But I mean, to the common person, is it a big deal? Probably not.
Well, the couple things here. Number one, the NBA needs to generate reasons why people should care. Because, the season starts, and then, really, the season, to me, kind of begins on Christmas Day, right? I know the NFL has really gone out for Christmas Day, but to me, if you really want to start it serious, guys care about Christmas Day games. Mm-hmm. They would put oftentimes finals rematches. You get some Kobe LeBron. You got a whole lot of LeBron versus Steph. They would do that very intentionally. And it started that day. The other thing about it is, so I get what they're trying to do, because why would you care until the All-Star break? The season begins in October. It's cool. It's fun. Then I'll see you in 4 months. They don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another reason about this is that if you look in Europe, European soccer does this. And they have, in England, they have what's called the FA Cup. Now, in the FA Cup, it's not just the Premier League teams playing it, right? So there's 20 teams in the Premier League. It's every single division of English football is involved in this. So you can get on the Wednesday night in Cardiff, a team full of beer drinking,
Champions League, League One, the whole bit.
You get insurance salesmen playing against Chelsea, and that's cool. And Chelsea's do we really care? We got 3 games this week. And so then you get some upsets, and also it's a chance for lower-level teams to win trophies. Now, will it reach that level of kind of significance here? I don't know, but the FA Cup is not a huge deal. But it's nice to be able to have some silverware, some hardware, and for the Knicks, the first time since, the 70s? So I don't know if it becomes a big deal, but I think it is nice to have something.
I'll say this. I'm probably an average NBA fan. And the season, to me, starts in May, right before the playoffs.
In the conference finals.
And I'll start watching in the playoffs.
That's funny, because the playoffs start in mid-April.
In April.
Well, then I'll start in mid-April.
That's
how big of a fan I am. I'll wait until maybe a little bit before, in the last couple weeks when the playoff
start picking up the NBA once March Madness starts to tame down a little bit.
Yes. Once college basketball season's over, I'll shift gears a little bit to the NBA, then
fine.
it really gets going in the playoffs.
That's fine.
The NBA Cup means zero to me, and even when I was a kid, I was a basketball guy. That's all I did. I was a basketball player in a basketball family. On Christmas, my great uncles would come over. That's the only time the TV could come on was to watch these NBA games.
Right.
But now that the NFL has overtaken and took over Christmas Day, I won't even watch NBA on Christmas Day now. It'll be all
the NFL
NFL
games suck. I do think the NFL. I really don't like the fact that they kind of watch other sports do this stuff really well and they just take it.
Yeah,
they've
smart though.
It's of course, because it's Thursday night football used to belong to college. And I remember growing up being a Virginia Tech guy, watching Matt Ryan, top 10 Boston College, go to Virginia Tech. It was super cool to watch that. And then we end up losing that because the NFL is but what if we put Jags Titans on Thursday? And you're like, good.
Well, now they're putting better games. They've learned.
Well, because those companies are emptying their pockets more for those games, right? I don't know how it looked. I'd be interested to see. But, ESPN, the Monday night games for a while sucked. I'm sure when you were younger they were pretty good.
It was the event.
Right. For me, they weren't good. Then they spent money on Buck and Aikman, and then all of a sudden the matchups, the quality of them has gotten better as the players involved. And so I'm assuming that they spent a bit more money.
Yeah, Sunday night football overtook Monday night football.
Right.
And then now with ESPN spending money, Monday night football is back.
Yeah.
And now Thursday night football is because of Prime spending all that money. They're getting some good games like tomorrow night with the Rams
I love
and Seahawks.
Al Michaels, man. But, man, it's over for Al.
He didn't bother me at all.
Well, yeah, it's the problem. He's not really he kind of just doesn't really care anymore. He's, you got Herbstreit, who's the most overworked guy in the world. And you got Al, who's I'm just here for the paycheck, man. I want to sit at home and watch LA Kings games, but they're paying me too much.
They're paying me. I got to do this.
Yeah, he could not do it.
You can't turn this down.
Yeah, it'd be malpractice not to.
And now you'll have an NFL game starting this weekend, Saturday. That's the one thing I don't like. I wish they would leave the college football playoff alone.
No, we can't.
But the NFL gets better ratings than college football playoff, and so I get it. But this
leave it
is a
alone.
little early. Just wait. Let's hold off on the Saturday, Sunday games a little bit longer.
I just like Brazil on a Friday night in September. I just can't get down with that, man.
I watched. You didn't?
I know. I didn't.
You didn't watch?
Wes,
you were doing football, high school football.
That was a high school football game.
I was watching that on one TV and YouTube, high school games on the computer, laptop, and my phone.
Yeah.
So I had them all going.
I get it. It's fun. It's like the NFL is such a. It's hard to really have people understand how big of a machine it is.
Oh, I mean, you just talked about the ratings last night, or for Army Navy.
Yeah, 9 million.
Got 9 million.
Massive rating for them.
Cowboys set the record on Thanksgiving Day with 57 million.
I think you and I talked about it, and I was like, yeah, 47's my guess. They got a real shot at 50.
50, yeah.
But I'm like, I think I'll be under. No, they beat my guess by 10.
Yeah.
And 10 million people is a lot in television.
Well, it's the Army Navy game.
It's
Less
actually,
than the Army Navy game.
It's more than Army
More
Navy.
than Army Navy,
and
yeah.
that was the most watched Army Navy game.
Yeah.
Like last year, the college football playoff, the inaugural 12 team one is happening. And meanwhile, Houston is having like Nico Collins have his knee explode and they're out of any good players at all at receiver. And it's like, 20 million people watched it. And it's like, when Buffalo played KC a couple years ago, I think it might have been the regular season edition, 40 million people watched it. And it's like, that's Buffalo, New York, and Kansas City, Missouri. It's not Houston. It's not New York. It's not Los Angeles.
Two stars, two best teams.
It's not the Yankees.
Yeah.
But it's such a big product.
NFL.
Yeah, they have a schedule release special. They've got
the draft, the combine.
Draft is 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
No, their marketing people are genius.
The combine. We're the combine. I'm like, watch this guy run the 3-cone. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm watching watching a guy in basically underwear run a 40.
Let's go to the D3 Auto Sales text line. A couple minutes before we hit our break, Kyle Sutherland joins us next. Wagner can score anytime he wants, but he is a team player.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So under control. Both of those, Acuff and Wagner, under control. I never worry when a team presses. Very rarely do you see him turn the ball over due to pressure. Acuff. I'm like,
and Wagner too.
I feel like they have two guards that if you want to press, trap, whatever, they're going to break it, and they're probably going to get a dunk.
Weirdly enough, like that's hard to do. But weirdly enough, you kind of actually worry about Wagner at the rim, which is like getting to the rim, fine. Breaking pressure,
well, if he's on his left hand, it's good.
Yeah. Last year he was driving left and finishing right a lot. Maybe he needs to start doing
up
that
and
again.
under.
Yeah, maybe start doing that again.
Boyd says Queens should have stayed Division II. I don't think so, Boyd. Queens has got a nice team, and look, they were one of the better teams in the ASUN last year, but they weren't, and they were ineligible to go to the NCAA tournament this year. If they win the ASUN tournament, they'll go to the tournament.
Well, you should have stayed in D2. They're making more money now. D1.
They had some players. They had a couple nice.
There's a lot of guys.
And freshmen. They had a couple freshmen that was playing last night.
Well,
you think about where they're located, they can get some guys that maybe didn't make it into North Carolina or Duke or
where
Wake.
are they? They're in Charlotte.
They're in Charlotte.
That's right.
Yeah.
East
So,
Coast,
given their location, you get some guys that don't quite make the cut at any of those ACC schools, you can still wind up with a nice roster.
Brent from the 501 says, big difference in confidence this year. Did you guys notice how Texas Tech was jumping a double at the top on Acuff and Thomas? It shut Thomas down, but Acuff didn't even speed up. My gosh, he's NBA ready.
We actually had noted that when they were trying to push him out, and he handled it well. Like it's like you wouldn't like Curry and Chris Paul. Like you can try and throw stuff at him, but you're really just doing it to give him another look. That's kind of at this point what you're doing. Like you're not trying to effectively trap them, but you're just trying to be like, we're going to blitz you. Blitz a ball screen once, drop back. We'll play drop coverage on the next one. Like, because he is in such control that I think the best thing he can do is probably change what you do. Because he can diagnose and pick it apart in pretty fast succession in terms of like three or four possessions.
This guy says Mike Brown is the Knicks coach now.
Oh, they did can Thibodeau. That's right. It is Mike Brown.
Oh, did you say Thibodeau earlier?
Yeah.
I
it turns out his philosophy hadn't changed very much from Mike Brown to from Tibbs.
Piggy Smalls says at least the Cowboys are done. Laughing out loud. You're not funny, Piggy Smalls.
You're not upset about that. That's fine.
I'm a little disappointed.
They traded one of the best defensive players in the league.
I would have liked to have had some meaningful games down the stretch if they could have beaten the Vikings. I know that it was slim chances of the Eagles losing 2 more games, but you want to all you can have is hope. And right now, it's hopeless for the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Wes, who do you guys fear in SEC play versus Arkansas in basketball? Honestly, I don't fear anybody. Tennessee, maybe. I watched Tennessee last night. They are they're good. Tennessee's good. That's going to be a great SEC opener on January 3rd, by the way. Josh and I will be doing all the Razorback SEC post-game shows thanks to Saracen and Bet Saracen.
I meant to mention that earlier. Yes, that first game is January 3rd. We'll be doing all of those live here about half an hour after the games end. Yes?
I'm excited. Yeah. It's usually about 30 to 40 minutes after the game. They go about 30 minutes, 40
Roughly,
minutes on the IMG post-game show, and then we'll take over. And we go as long as we go. Sometimes it's 45 minutes to an hour, and sometimes it's 30 minutes. It just depends.
I don't think I'm afraid of anybody this year. I was afraid. Afraid is a wrong word to use. Like Florida built a really awesome basketball team last year.
They had size, and the point guard that was
They
fantastic.
had guards. They had athletic guys in the wing. They could play defense. They could score at all 3 levels with a variety of guys. And they had the best player, in the most meaningful moments. I think because we cleaned out a lot of those guys last year, like, what's the kid's name from Tennessee, the point guard?
Oh, that was here for like 5 years, 6 years.
Like Vietnam War veteran. Like, guy was 50.
And he changed his name halfway through it.
Did
he
he?
had to relearn how to say his name.
Little dude?
Yeah. We were mispronouncing his name, and he finally corrected everybody about 3 years in.
And I mean, this guy, I've watched him play basketball 50 times. Clayton's gone, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Think about Mark Sears, gone. Sean Padula at Ole Miss, gone. Like, the league was especially, at least in my estimation, Wes, the league was especially old last year at that guard position.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that turnover happen this year. Now, a lot of schools will get older, but the guys that we had recognized and knew could play.
Only team, and I don't know who that is, and I haven't watched enough SEC basketball so far. Is there a team that's big, strong, physically intimidating?
Vanderbilt's not playing anybody, but they're a very good team.
But they're not big, physically intimidating.
No, there's nobody. No team's going to look like Arkansas does. Like, there's no.
I'm talking like Michigan State or Duke type.
Well,
with inside presence
in the league. Yeah, like there's no Cam Boozer in this league.
Then that sets up really well for Arkansas.
Yeah, because like the only team. I mean, well, also Mitch. I would love to.
I mean, Tennessee had some dudes down low.
Yeah,
that one guy. I mean, he looks like he's 6'6", 250, 260.
Grant Williams action.
Yeah. He drove down the middle of the lane. Everybody's getting out of the way, and he kicks it out to wide open 3, and Ament knocked it down. Nate Ament.
Hold on.
If Arkansas would have gotten him, whew, you talk about tough.
Yeah,
they were right there in the finalists for Nate Ament.
That kid's a freshman.
Yeah,
from Manassas. Tennessee's got some size. JP Estrella.
Yeah,
that guy's. Yeah.
No, I watched them last night. They dismantled Louisville. I mean, beat them by 20-something at home.
Yeah. The home games, though, you got that's one thing I want to caution folks when we start getting into conference season is that schedule's so grueling, especially last year. Like, remember that South Carolina game they had where Arkansas, they're just like, we are just not going to show up today at all. Yeah. And it was like a 30-point game. I think Cal was like, you cheat them out in the game, it's like, guys, flush it. Like, that it just happens.
Okay, 18-game SEC schedule. Will you sign up right now for 11-7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we pick numbers, and then you get in the season, and you're like, this guy's injured. They've played back-to-back road games. Like, conference schedule is really just about survival and like trying to find things that work, and then making sure all those things that you found, you can get as many of them working towards the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tennessee was a machine with Grant Williams, Admiral Schofield, all those guys, but they were good in January and February. Did not peak late. You want to find what works well and make sure you're healthy and peaking in March.
Yeah, 12-6, definitely sign up for that. 11-7, I think I take it right now.
Yeah, I mean, this team should be better than that, but I think just like the way we think about the league. But
it's a grind too.
Ask me in 3 weeks, I might think differently after
watching
2 games
a couple games.
Right.
All right, we got to take a break. Kyle Sutherland's coming. Stick around. It's out of bounds.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny Wess from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas basketball took care of business last night by beating Queens 108-80. Trevor Brazile once again led the Hogs, recording a career-best 26 points on 9 of 11 from the field. Freshman Darius Acuff Jr. continued his outstanding play, finishing with 23 points and 10 assists with 0 turnovers. Arkansas's next game will be a big test against Houston in New Jersey on Saturday. Nationally, 20th-ranked Tennessee beat 11th-ranked Louisville 83-62. They were led by Jacoby Gillespie, who had 23 points. Tonight in women's basketball, Arkansas will face Kansas City at 7 on ESPN+, while in men's basketball, Arkansas State will face Texas State at 7:30 on ESPN+. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
Hi, I'm Steve Edwards Jr. with Edwards Food Giant and Edwards Cash Saver. Christmas season is upon us, and with that comes all the typical hustle and bustle of the holidays. This Christmas, as you hang your stockings and sip the hot chocolate, take a moment to celebrate the true reason for the season. Love, hope, and joy brought to us on that first Christmas night. Share kindness, offer forgiveness, and embrace the love that came to us that holy night. From the entire team at Edwards, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Hey, it's David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. Can you feel it in the air? Oh, I can. It's hot tub season, and I love my hot tub from Luxury Pool and Spa. You can too. They have Fantasy and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa also carries Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems. I use both in my hot tub. You gotta have them. Luxury Pool and Spa also has Pollywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around your fire pit with family and friends. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota, and I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours, or just a little too cheap, or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. Check us out at redriverauto.com.
Well, I shuffled through the city on a 4th of July, had a firecracker waiting to blow, breaking like a rival who was making his way to the cities of Mexico. Lived the
back at it. Glad you're with us. Get Kyle Sutherland on here in just a few minutes. Hogbeat.com. Maybe busy with this Carius Kern story. If you haven't heard, Carius Kern, the big offensive lineman from Marion, has reportedly or is reportedly going to enter the portal. Won't be official until January 2nd. But if that's the intention.
You can't talk to him, right? You can't talk to him until the portal opens.
You're saying that with tongue in cheek?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Why are the kids announcing their intentions to go in the portal?
Just to make sure everybody knows that I'm going in.
A lot of guys going to have the world's fastest phone call when they sign on January 2nd, right? Well,
how did that happen?
Yeah. Well, I talked to Coach, and, man, I was sold. I didn't need to hear from anybody
Talk to him
else.
at midnight.
Yeah.
Kind of like free agency.
Yeah.
No, these deals are being done as we speak.
Yep.
And I hope Arkansas is doing a deal right now, literally as we speak. Maybe the deal's already done.
Who knows? It probably is a lot of these ties. I mean, like when
he played as a true freshman in the SEC for LSU, so there's going to be a demand.
Yeah, I think, but you get the top level. Yeah, there's going to be guys that demand it, but I think with tackle at that position, typically it's going to be a pretty quick.
And he was a monster in high school.
He's huge.
Oh my gosh, he was so good. It hurts. It hurt me when he went to LSU.
Because Wes, believe it or not, there are very few big, fast people in the world.
Yeah, and that's why.
And so they're very coveted.
And it has been confirmed Memphis was the very first offer he received in high school.
Wow.
So
well done, Coach.
Coach Silverfield.
On him early.
Offensive line coach.
And on him early.
Yes. They have had plenty of contact with him over the years.
Yeah, somebody who's a coach would have to explain to me, too, like what the big difference is going to be, because I know that Memphis is more of a running offense, right? They ran a lot. They ran a lot of, a lot of zone.
They did this year, and Silverfield kind of mentioned that you got to – and he adapts to the personnel he has. In the years past, he had a really good quarterback, played 4 years for him, that set all kinds of Memphis records, and they threw the ball a lot more.
Yes, true.
This year, what was his name? Brandon Thomas, I believe, was the quarterback.
I like that about coaches.
And he was more of a running quarterback. And after the Arkansas game, I told Joe, I don't think Memphis is going to win the AAC because he cannot throw it well enough.
Yeah.
He is a very good running quarterback, but there are going to be times – when a team shuts down the run and you need a quarterback that can throw the ball consistently to open receivers.
Yeah, Brady White was the quarterback they had before.
And I didn't think this guy could do that well enough. Well, I think he comes to Arkansas, and whatever KJ does best, I think that's what his offense will look like.
I will say, too, the one thing I love about their offense
KJ.
Is that they were very good in the red zone. They were one of the best red zone offenses in the country.
You know, and when you have a running quarterback like that, it's such a great weapon, and it always was so confusing to me the year before last when Arkansas was so bad in the red zone. I'm like, you got Taylon Green.
Yeah.
How is this team not able to run the ball in the red zone?
When it's like KJ Jefferson, I would love to see their red zone numbers with him. Kendall Briles has had a red zone issue his entire career, and it's mostly like self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets
too cute.
That guy can move it between the 20s.
No doubt.
Man, he gets way too cute.
Yeah. There were so many times when Arkansas was effectively moving the ball, and he'd pull out some, wide receiver pass. Or
right.
You're like, well, what are we doing? You're just bam, 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 bam down the field, and you tried to get cute, and now we're looking at 2nd and 25.
Travis Hunter's first interception that he had at Colorado was on basically just a screen pass to the right side, like across the hash marks on like the 2-yard line. It's like, why? Why are we throwing it 40 yards to get 2?
Yeah.
And it's like, Kendall, it's almost a bit he was doing. But I think that KJ's the type of guy, it's easier to run with him in the red zone because he can pick up the yardage.
Mm-hmm.
He can just kind of I guess Talon's a more finesse runner, right? Like he's always searching for the edge. He's not really kind of the bulldozer, So Thomas was more of a bulldozing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he was thicker.
KJ's not small.
No, it's funny.
He's just well built.
Is that you and I that were talking about it? KJ's 6'4".
I guess next to Taylor, he's like
he's
a bit shorter.
He looks little next to Taylor because he's 6'6", 6'7", or whatever. But KJ's a legit 6'4".
Yeah, I remember when I saw the TCU team that went to the championship game. They lost to Georgia in a hotel I was in Kansas City doing something that year, and I was like, oh, this is an NBA team here. And I'm like, oh, there's a lot of them. It's a football team. It's TCU. They're playing Kansas this week. Talon looked like Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston, the wide receiver. I'm like, this guy must be the Mavericks small forward or something. Talon came to the studio one day. I'm like, this guy, it's like 7% body fat. I mean, maybe 7% body fat. Just like lean, mean machine. KJ's a bit more sturdy, but he's not short. But and I make him sound like he's like Jared Lorenzen. You know, he's 6'4", like you said.
No, he's my size.
Yeah, he's big, and you're big.
Where do y'all see Talon Green going? NFL, USFL, Canada? This is from the 501 on the D3 Auto Sales text line.
He's going to get a shot in the NFL.
Yeah, he's going to definitely get a shot. He may get drafted late, 6th, 7th round. He may be a priority free agent, but he's going to go to a camp, and he's going to wow them with his athleticism.
Check Twitter.
And I bet he gets stashed on somebody's practice squad next year.
So if somebody can send the dates for the NFL Combine, check Twitter at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon one of those days, and it'll be like, check this, Talon Green, 92-yard throw from his knees. And it's like, watch his 3-cone drill. This guy, lateral, like every NFL coach thinks they can save him because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they should, because they're NFL coaches, got to have confidence. And they're going to fall in love with it the same way that one game of tape got Anthony Richardson drafted top 10. The Utah game got him drafted top 10. Now, Talon's put more on tape than that. I think the one big problem for me, Wes, is that, like, how is this guy running the offense that leads the dance? He was never up a lot, right? They were not a winning team. And I kind of worry about that.
Oh, no. The NFL will take a look at the mistakes, those interceptions. Right. You're just like,
but like the reason why.
And they'll question him. Like, why did you throw this? This guy is double covered.
Yeah.
This is just.
The big thing
easy read is this guy. What's going on in your head?
The thing when you watch like Josh Allen play and when you watch Mahomes play, like the Denver game that they had recently when the Chiefs lost, he threw a really bad red zone pick. It's not the only reason they lost, but like in a tight, low-scoring game, he kind of made the mistake you couldn't make. But then there was one in the Dallas game. Remember that throw he had moving to his right across the field? It's just like you can't teach that. You can't. Jared Goff could drill that every day of his life, would never be able to do it. And that's the thing about Talon is Talon did some stuff where it's like I don't know how to explain how he did that. Besides, he's just specially talented. I think the one big thing though is that the J.J. McCarthy thing, where people are like he just wins. Talon doesn't have that, right? Like I think Talon's a lot more naturally talented than McCarthy, but J.J. McCarthy was a quarterback of a lot of winning, a lot of wins.
Well, and so much of playing quarterback is vision and knowing where to go with the ball, what your reads.
Or not to go.
Yeah. And right now, he just doesn't seem to have that.
Yeah.
And that's where
on a play-to-play
coach,
basis.
Yeah, an NFL coach will go, I can teach him that.
On a play-to-play basis. Yeah. Because he really, I mean, he does some stuff that, and I mean this honestly, Wes, he does some stuff that there's like 3 other guys in the country maybe that could maybe not even that many that he could do this year. Like Arch Manning could maybe do some of the stuff he did, but not many other guys.
I mean, we've seen the replay of him against Texas A&M from 2 years ago, scrambling around, rolling to his left, and throwing a dime to Tesla for the touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, in the combine for Tesla, they showed that play over and over and over. In the draft, that was the play they showed for Tesla.
4th and 17 this year against A&M. And then also there was one near the goal line this year against A&M where he ran, he kept the play alive, and then rifle the back of the end zone. And then he had a really nice ball against Memphis that ultimately got dropped. That he put it like in a bucket. It needs to be a down-to-down thing, right?
Limit the mistakes.
Yeah.
But we've been saying that for 2 years.
But NFL coaches would be like, we have a good defense. We're up 7. Like, take the cape off. Okay? Take the cape off and make the commercial play.
501 says, is Wes saying 6-7 on purpose? No, I'm not. I said 6th round, 7th round.
Yeah, no, you weren't. I know.
No.
I heard enough 6-7 today.
My kids are way too old for that. In fact, I had to ask, and they're like, Dad, don't worry about it.
So Kramer produces the show after you has kids. And one time I met his kids, and he's like, yes, Josh, this guy did the 6-7. I didn't even know what that meant. Now, he has kids, so he knew what it was, but he thought I was doing a 6-7. I just had no clue. I had no idea what he was talking about.
Chico says, I can see Jerry Jones giving Talon Green a chance. Jerry hasn't been taking Razorbacks here recently. It's been a while.
Who's the last one?
Felix? Was Felix Jones the last Razorback draft?
Quite possibly.
Or they signed John Ridgway or they drafted John Ridgway?
They signed him.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they tried to stash him on the practice squad, and the Commanders got Ridgway from Dallas. But no, they've had plenty of not plenty. hadn't been a lot of Razorbacks going in the draft here recently, but
no, Darren McFadden, right?
Yeah.
I can see the point though. I mean, given the way they gave a shot to Trey Lance, they could do the same for Taylon Green.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey Lance, very good comp. That was a good shout, Todd.
Let's see here. 501 says, hell, since Dallas made Dak the highest paid player in the league, they might as well stay in the stupid mode and draft Taylon first.
Can we stop doing this? I hate that when people are like, he's the highest paid player. Every quarterback who becomes a free agent becomes the highest paid player in the league.
Until the next
guy gets paid. Like, there was a stretch this past year and a half where 4 different players became the highest paid non-quarterback in football.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They all are up for extensions. T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. It's like I think I read that doing my Sports Slam in the morning 4 separate times. Like, it's a function of, if you're a top 8 quarterback, teams are not going to move on from you.
Because it's hard to find a top 8 quarterback.
Yeah, Peyton Manning
Some teams are still searching.
A corpse, and they still won a Super Bowl with him.
501 says Ridgeway was drafted by Dallas. I was thinking he did. He was. Can't remember. But anyway, that may have been the last one. Last Razorback. And that's now been, 4 or 5 years since Ridgeway was.
All right, I'll be wrong. I don't,
Well, hey.
I love being wrong.
We're not computers. Hey, Wes, do you think there's maybe a chance Taylor Green goes to the NFL Combines and allows some teams and they take him as a wide receiver / quarterback like they did with Matt Jones in Jacksonville?
No.
And then that way you get a 2-for-1 deal?
If anything, they'd try to convert him to a running back, but he's too tall and lanky for that.
Yeah, no, he'd have to be a wide receiver. But
no, I think I'd try to make him play quarterback.
Yeah, I'd teach him how to play quarterback because he can't throw it.
Yeah.
That was the thing about Matt. He didn't have a good arm, and that's why he couldn't play quarterback in the NFL. He had the bad shoulder anyway, and then the arm strength wasn't there, but the dude could run.
Also, didn't we just have this conversation a few minutes ago about the number of guys think about how many guys are starting right now that really had to wait to find their peak. Geno Smith, and Geno's on a bad team, so I'm not going to totally ding him. Sam Darnold, right? Had to wait to find his time to really get going. Jared Goff made a Super Bowl and got traded, and I thought it was the right move because he was not good enough. Like, some people just need time before they peak,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jordan – do you think Jordan Love's peaked yet? I don't think Jordan Love has peaked.
Oh, I hope not.
Right.
He's a talented quarterback. I don't think he's top 10, maybe top 15, maybe.
Yeah.
But he's got the tools to be one of those guys.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams, same thing. Like, the problem for Caleb Williams was that Lincoln Riley did him a disservice and basically had him be run around and do it, Caleb.
Yeah.
Was bad because Ben Johnson's giving him structure, and it's like, dude, just I promise, trust me. And you got to build trust over time, but
maybe that's what they should have done with Taylor. Just run around, make plays. Don't try to stay in the pocket.
I think that was the hard part, though, is right, Wes? It's how do you do both?
Yeah.
I'm sure he wanted to do both, but how do you square being the 4th and 17 superhero guy, also the guy who makes that throw to Tesla, but also it's come throw the check down. That's the hard part, right? Is I need you to be both. It's hard to be both.
Superman and
I need Clark
Common
Kent.
Man.
I need Clark Kent right now. I need Superman next play.
All right, take our final break. We'll wrap this thing up when we come back. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We're in the big eating season when temptations are going to come at you from family, friends, and TV ads. Not to worry. You've got an ally in Central Arkansas, the Little Rock Athletic Club or the Little Rock Racquet Club, both offering 50% off the joining fee from now till December 31st. Better to save big than get big. And the variety of exercises you'll enjoy with your Little Rock Athletic Club or Racquet Club. In 2026, people will witness the fitness.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive a free pressure washer. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry to get an extra $500 off. Supplies are limited. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street in Cabot, or take a look on Facebook.
It's back. Gwatney Buick GMC's world-famous 12 Deals of Christmas. This pre-owned year-end closeout event features 12 unique late-model vehicles that are good enough for Santa. Cars, crossovers, trucks, and four-wheel drive SUVs that will get you to Grandma's house no matter what the Arkansas weather. These aren't just manager specials. These are the 12 Deals of Christmas. Hand-picked by Jamie Cobb himself. Plus, if you're looking for new, Gwatney Buick GMC delivers with 2026 GMC Sierras at 0%, Acadias at 1.9, and Terrains at just $279 per month. Business owners, you only have until the end of the year. And Gwatney Buick GMC has qualifying vehicles ready to help you save on taxes. Sierras, Yukons, and more are ready to provide the deduction you're going to need. It's the 12 Deals of Christmas, only at Gwatney Buick GMC. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Call 501-945-4444. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit. The range of low mileage lease.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift that matters most. Good health. Arkansas Urology is here to help make men take charge of their health all year long because early detection saves lives. Before you wrap the gifts or gather around the table, schedule your annual checkup or screening with Arkansas Urology. Take care of yourself for the people who care about you. Arkansas Urology. Call 501-219-8900 or visit arkansasurology.com to schedule your appointment today.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
All right, let's finish this up strong. Out of bounds, Wes Moore, Todd Pearce hanging out with us today, and Josh Neighbors making an appearance. Real quick, we had several D3 Auto Sales text line, and I wanted to get those in real quick. Red zone is where Braylon Russell is awesome. KJ Jackson in Arkansas needs a tough speed back. Offense will be special with a line and dependable receiver. It's a lot that they need, though.
For
a speed
what?
back, 2 more offensive linemen at least.
This year or next year?
Next year. And a receiver.
That reminded me of Rick Schaefer last year. He goes, well, if they score more points, they're better on defense, and they're better in the red zone, they're going to win. I'm like, Rick, that's a lot that has to go right.
Now we can't stop doing because Dak is nowhere near a top quarterback nor player. Do you know who leads the league in passing yards?
Top 8. That can be misleading because that means you're trailing at times. But their strength,
because their defense,
and also their strength is the receivers, so it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, he leads the league in
Dak's
passing
good.
yards.
I know he's not good in big games. Like Phil Rivers never won anything big, and he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Dallas's lack of success this year isn't because of Dak.
Totally.
No way in any universe should Dak be paid that as high. And I think Josh did a good job of explaining it. When you become available, you're going to become a free agent. You're going to be the top paid quarterback until the next one.
Cousins was the highest paid player in the league for a little bit.
Ridgeway, Felix Jones, and Jerry Dossey are the only Razorbacks ever drafted by Dallas.
Who's Jerry Dossey?
I don't know. Must be older, back in the 60s probably, early 70s. Any other Razorback they have gotten signed with them later in their career.
Yep.
Like D-Mac.
Yep.
And
Felix
Ken
Jones.
Hamlin.
Did you say Felix Jones? Was he
Felix
drafted?
was drafted.
Was drafted by them.
Yeah. That year, Darren was drafted in the 5th pick, I think. Was it the 5th, 4th, 3rd?
I believe it was either 4th or 5th.
By the Raiders, and then Felix went later in the first round.
Raiders.
Yeah. David in Conway says, if Taylon Green makes it to the NFL, has a quarterback, that's just further proof our coaching staff was terrible and wasted him.
No, it's just they value different things. It's different, man. It's a different game in the NFL. Like, you not agree, Wes?
Well, I think he can make it in the NFL. And when you say make it, do you mean like as a starter and be productive, or do you mean just make? And when I say make it in the NFL, I mean you just make a roster and you're collecting checks. That's making.
I mean,
it
there's
to me.
guys like Chase Daniel. Like if he was ever in a game, like you were not going to win, right?
Yeah.
Unless like you spotted him like a 15-point lead. But like apparently just a good dude to have in the locker room.
Yeah. And
he's made a lot of money. So if that's making it, then I mean he's going to have a chance to definitely make it in that way. But you're talking about like, successful player. I mean.
I'll be surprised if that happens.
Yeah, but I think, like we thought Trevor Lawrence was Andrew Luck 2.0, and I mean he hasn't played super well, and he's still not super consistent, but this has been his best year, and they were on the verge of being. This was the prove it year for him, right?
Jake says this quarterback draft class is not spectacular either. If Taylon does well at the combine, he could go up a lot higher.
It's a bad draft class for quarterbacks.
That's a good point, Jake. It really is.
I thought the same thing too.
I heard them talk late on the zone before you joined them, Wes, that they thought Taylon could possibly be, if he goes to the combine and performs well, could possibly be one of the top 5 or 7 quarterbacks taken.
I would not be shocked if he's a first-round pick. It would not shock me at all.
Taylon?
27. It wouldn't surprise me.
I'll be shocked if he is.
But you know how this stuff. It's like the same thing happens.
Even at day 2, I'll be surprised.
But like, okay, Wes. Here's my point: I watched Deshaun Watson tear Alabama up twice, and people are like, but Mitch Trubisky could be good. I'm like, but I know Deshaun Watson's good. I've watched him beat an NFL player, beat up on an NFL defense, won one, lost one, but he beat him up twice.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anybody else do that in the last 4 years, and so I'm like, I know that guy is good. And they're like, but Mitch Trubisky could be special. It's like, well, what are we doing here? So, like,
drafting on potential.
Like, once again, the Utah game, watch the film of Anthony Richardson, you're like, that's the best player I've ever seen.
Last one. Dak gets his stats against weaker teams. They may not lost because of him. He sure as hell didn't help them win those games.
He was second MVP voting 2 years ago, right?
I mean, they just beat
Wasn't he?
Philadelphia and Kansas City and got our hopes up, and he was a big part of that.
That's all Ryan Flournoy. Yeah. That's who won the games. Dak never gets any credit for anything.
No, not at all.
Ever.
It's because of his contract. He makes too much money.
He's you never hear anything bad about him. There's no Jessica Simpson waving herself around with
right.
Dak. Teammates seem to like him. Like, yes.
No, he's the leader of the team.
He's not Tom Brady. Sorry.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Josh.
Yeah.
Todd, thank you. Great job again today. Be back at it tomorrow. We got Richard Davenport. Kyle Sutherland has confirmed he had an emergency. He'll be with us tomorrow. And we got some picks from Brian Edwards. Stick around. Drive Time Sports is next.
We got the big deals at the Big Lot.
Terry, I hear the Big Lot is going big time Ram. That's right, Steve. Ram Bighorns, well equipped and not stripped, starting at just $44,900. New HD Ram starting at $45,900, and America's workhorse, the HD Diesel, as low as $54,900. The most